what it do, 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 what it do. Should play upon the Ziggy2x, man. We back at it again, man. Brand new day, brand new morning, brand new videos. You already know what's going on, man. How y'all feeling today, man? How y'all feeling? Let me know, man. Drop some emotes in the chat box, man. If y'all up in this joint, if you're not there, man, hey, it is what it is, man. Watch along, but you better not say nothing crazy. All right. We ain't playing around today, man. We mix well, blah 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 blah. We ain't playing today, man. We might as well go on and get into it. I need to cut my sideburns bad. They're all rubbing inside of my ear when I'm put the headphones on. It is what it is, though, man. You know that perks of living with life. All right, we gonna get into some videos, man. We got some mixed media today, man. It ain't all date and stuff, man. But I got the titles look like I might be up here on some wild shit. But you know, we cooling. Let's see what's going on here, man. Let's see what's going on. And we got a commercial. Let's go ads.
Plans to help you reach your fitness goals.
Sorry, y'all, man. I'm getting a little congestion going on, man, because
apply.
it's been a little up and down as far as the weather goes out here in Atlanta. It's been cool
So
and
today,
hot at the
live
same time.
streamers try to kill somebody.
Okay. What they got going on here? Asian guys with their titties out.
Ain't no way.
Wait, what?
They about to choke this dude out to some R. Kelly.
I believe I can fly.
All right.
I believe I can fly.
Stop. 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 Oh my God. Oh my
What
God.
the?
Oh my God. Oh my
Yo.
God.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I didn't.
Oh my no.
I didn't realize. I didn't play this video through. We can't show this.
No.
So to narrate what happened,
What
the
the
guy
Lifts him up.
he has him in a chokehold.
A rear naked choke. He's on a
off
chair.
the ground.
He's on the chair.
The guy who's being choked is off the ground. His feet are dangling, and you can see his hands start to dangle as he struggles. You can hear him like gurgle, and then it goes quiet.
Can I see how many seconds?
He did 24 seconds now. They're going for 30. He started tapping at 10. So apparently this was like a live stream. They raised about $2,200,
And what
the
happened?
goal was to choke him for 30 seconds.
Oh,
He's laughing.
Yeah, because he thinks it's a joke. It's all fun and game now. It's all fun and game now.
You
oh,
want to know another f***ed up part? Before they even started the challenge, they were like having a discussion. Their main concern was whether or not underneath all that weight, the chair would break.
That's a good point.
Oh, he's convulsing.
Yeah, of course.
oh.
And he's back. And he's back. And you think it's funny.
Oh, wow.
That
This is
man's
just like the
arms
Ziggy2x
all
thing.
contorted and shit.
Oh, wow.
100%.
That's
You guys are playing
insane.
very dangerous games. The minute his hands are shaking, he was supposed to pet tap. Now, in an MMA setting, now, there's a
Whoa.
good 5 seconds that happen after that moment. And that's very crucial. When that happens and then you shut down, if you stop right away, the person's tap or he passes out, then the ref, that's why we have a referee. The referee stops and you release it and the airwaves are still passing through some oxygen. Now he's just staying there and he's out. And the reason why there's a tap, you could literally kill someone like that. You don't ask yourselves the question, what if?
the?
Because in your head, the answer to
What?
your what if is often when tragic things happen like that is, I would have never thought. Yeah, you never thought. What if this one time we're
what?
unlucky? And I wouldn't even put that on luck. That's straight out stupid to choke somebody out. That's not luck. I'm gonna leave luck out of there. For what?
That
For
is
2K?
insane.
2K don't even cover funerals. You're playing with people's lives like that. That's grown ass people. Because oftentimes when things like that happen, we're like, oh my God, it's because they're teenagers and the frontal, shut the F up.
Streaming, a lot of times, it feels like an extension of high school, doesn't it?
100%.
You have the cool kids, and everyone watches them, and they pick a heel, and they pick on that person for the entertainment of everyone else and their eyes and adulation.
It's just that now that we're out of college, we have fun with it. It's lunch money that we're throwing at them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy. You know, people are like, do something more crazy, and they're always trying to up the ante. And it's always the same person. It's always the one person who has to suffer. You know, at least like when I used to watch Jackass.
Everybody got it.
Everybody
got it.
They were all participating in it equally, so at least you could like respect the fact that they were throwing themselves in for something that they wanted to do. But knowing that they're peer pressuring the person, putting their lives at risk, no regard for their safety, I don't know. And you got to imagine just the psyche of the people involved. Like them motherfuckers don't give a shit about it. I mean, the dude was convulsing and they smacked him in the face and kept laughing. No care for the potential brain damage you may have. Nothing. And you know, sometimes people are like, "Oh, but you're being dramatic." You guys don't recognize how many lives are not coming. Oh, it's a tragedy. It was preventable. Mm-hmm. It was preventable.
What?
10 seconds ago, 5 seconds ago, 20 seconds ago. But, oh, no, you're being dramatic. He didn't kill him. You know, the difference between someone and
he
not
didn't
is just like
yet.
how you squeeze, whether or not you hold a little bit of extra pressure. You'd be shocked how fragile human life is. It's why some niggas can get shot 20 times and live, and another motherfucker get shot once in the wrong spot and it's over. I've seen dudes get hit behind the head on video camera, surveillance video. One punch, dead. They have a name for it in Australia, which is called king hit, or New Zealand. People don't take the risks involved with this stuff seriously at all to start. But then even if you move past that, right? I don't think they see the other people as equal or human.
No, they have a problem. They have an issue.
That guy that they choked that way is nothing more than a prop. I have to take a step back from this one, and I kind of have to just get a more macro look at it.
It's sociopaths with high-speed connections. Because I know some people that are paid to hit each other in the face. Yeah. They're messing up. They hate each other right before. And when they choke somebody out or they knock somebody out, they celebrate. But when they see that person not getting up, they take a moment to be like, I hope that person gets up. Even the person that hates you, you see them and they're like, oh, you know what?
That's insane.
I hope that person gets up.
You know what? And I think that would be the more comforting thought.
That is
that
insane.
People would do this because they're defective. There's something wrong. They're broken.
And it's possible that there's nothing wrong with them. And they're just...
I mean, at least dude got up. But God damn.
What are the odds that three sociopaths run a channel together?
Fair.
The reality is, in group settings, a lot of people will do evil shit. Call that mob mentality. How they ran down and burned witches, burned whatever, burned good, decent human beings. Joined in a lot of mobs for evil things. I'm not saying that's the case here, but I'm just trying to say.
I think you have a better take. Because the sociopaths, they're not that many in the world.
And I think it's just more comforting to believe that. You know, you're in high school. How many people regret being part of that bullies group?
The AI coding agent showdown. The first scenario we're testing for is understanding in large code bases. Forum, this code.
Later on.
Are they all evil people? No. I personally have a hard time identifying with this because I was kind of used to being outcasted a lot. But I don't know. It's like the more I see these and the more I see them all over the world, what I realize is that unless we choose to punish these people through taking away their audience, to taking away their access to these platforms, this won't stop being encouraged. That won't fuck me up. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I ain't got no funny jokes for this one. Has the person been punished? Doesn't look like it so far. It might change, but this is the worst one for me of all the ones I've seen so far.
That's crazy.
When Raja's hitting that guy, it looks fucked up. But like, you don't see any reaction for him. He's just laying there unconscious.
Yeah.
This one was especially because you can see him struggling for air and for life before he flats. And you saw them, I don't know, for me, that was just really rough to watch. You know, it's so funny too. They have a lot of mangas and manhwas from Korea where they have the protagonist be someone who punishes bullying. And the bullies they punish in these manhwas are the craziest bullies. I'm talking about like they catch people in corners, all five of them take turns urinating, they dump a bucket of feces, they make the guy walk through the school, right? And the teachers all see it, nobody says nothing. And like, it's just, when I used to read those mangas, it was such a form of bullying that looked so out of this world. Like, it's nothing you're gonna see in North America where like everybody's in on it, like you t-shirts, everybody. And then like you see some shit like this, and you have a bunch of Koreans being like, "Yeah, this shit happens a lot around here."
Really?
Yeah. You know
Right.
what fucked me? Pause. Is the person like laughing as he's
Really?
gasping for air, sees him unconscious. He's like, "Oh, he's unconscious," and the other guy goes and smacks him. That is quintessential Korean manga bullying shit. Now, could be wrong. I'm more than happy to learn, so leave your comments below and teach us. For some
in
reason,
the
even with the Jean-Paul
world?
stuff, I don't even think dumb motherfuckers would have done that.
I think they would have.
I never saw
That is
Jean-Paul go
insane.
unconscious from all the times that they were fucking around with him. If they were like, and not to take away from that shit, but you remember when they were doing the choking stuff? They weren't actually cutting off his air. They were like with him, but they weren't like, these niggas was going for it.
Sure, but I think they would. I think they would. But the Jean-Paul thing, for me, it was worse. But
It was worse?
yeah, it was worse. We can agree to disagree on that.
I watched a lot of the footage. I saw them doing a lot of stuff. It was bad, don't get me wrong. But it never was to the point where they were passing this nigga out.
It was so long that they had to have a discussion about, hey, what if we kill this nigga? What's gonna happen? To me, that's crazier. That's torture. That is worse than the one-time thing whenever you choke the person. But we can agree to disagree.
Yeah,
That's
no.
fine.
Yeah. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. Which
That
one
is
y'all feel
insane.
worse? We want to hear from you.
I wasn't expecting this when I saw the video title
If you've
called
tried
A
your hand
Black
at trading
Mirror
and investing,
episode.
do you find yourself glued
What
to
the
news,
fuck?
watching the markets more than ever before, but still feel like you're just
Yo.
spinning your wheels? Or worse,
The $1 trillion mistake that's
That is
killing Apple.
insane.
Man, ever since I heard Apple was releasing that new phone, it's about to be 2K. Yeah, it's fraud. Bro, when was the last time Apple was affordable? You know the most go-to time of Apple? Hold up. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. They gave you the phone, they gave you the charger with the wire, and they gave you headphones. How could you not love it? How could you not love it? It was amazing. And this had a headphone jack. Bro, it had the headphone jack. No, Dad, there was no point in them removing the headphone jack. We did that. Don't talk about that enough. Like, that was 100% for pure profits. Does Samsung have headphone jacks? Or did they all get rid of it? No.
No, everybody
I guess they all
got
got rid of it. And it's literally them just conforming. The thing is with these industries, they try to make us get used to these things. Like, they'll remove something and be like, all right, people are gonna get used to it. Which people do eventually get used to it, because, like, you're gonna have to. And it fucking sucks, because, like, what are you supposed to do as the consumer? I guess not buy it, but people are still gonna buy it, so, like, it doesn't really matter that you not buying it, like, doesn't out-negate it, because somebody else is gonna buy it still. This has that.
Okay, like, as a dude that actually does pay attention to the electronic world, they took the headphone jack out for it to be one less point of contact for when your phone gets wet. So they waterproofing your phone a little bit more than usual because you have one less hole that has to go to any kind of important circuitry. Okay, that's why they took away the headphone jack. I have a phone right here, the LG V30. Still has a headphone jack. It is one of the best headphone jacks that you could probably have on a phone, period. No matter what, it's practically the best listening experience that you can get outside of a hi-fi DAC. But like, I dropped that phone in the water one time and that motherfucker damn near didn't turn on for about a day or two. Luckily, I was already transitioned out the phone, but you know, shit like that happens. And it doesn't happen to stuff like, you know, my Pixel 7 because it doesn't have a headphone jack. It's only one hole that goes into the actual phone itself. So that's why they did it, to help with water resistance. Okay. And of course, also to sell you headphones, Bluetooth headphones, because it's more expensive than the plug-in kind.
The headphone jack on it, bro. The mic I'm using, I'm always using the basic 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. I like it. Yo, hear me out. Why don't they just sell an option with the headphone jack? You could even pay extra. Let's say you want to pay like $20 or $30 extra. Bro, they probably would have made that off
It
of like the
costs a
headphones
couple
or something.
$100
It would
for
have made
each
people
one.
like more comfortable. But they didn't want to do that. It would also be a lot more production too, to make phones specifically with it, without it. But like, I don't care, bro. Do it, nigga. Or just put a USB-C headphone in the box. I mean, they're not gonna do that now. Yeah, man, I don't know. They might have to start like doing shit like that to incentivize people to shop at Apple, because I feel like nobody's really been caring. I'm not gonna lie, for the past couple of years. So let's go and see this.
The fate of all tech companies will now be decided by their AI capabilities. Google CEO thinks that AI is
the most profound technology humanity is working on, more profound than fire or electricity.
Oh, no.
Nah, he tripping.
Like that. He's one step away from being like, AI is our god, and we must worship it. Yeah, have y'all
Yeah,
seen
he
that
tripping.
clip of that dude? The alpha
What's going
dude?
on,
Some
life?
Dude, like some influencer, he's like, I talk to AI,
Shit.
bro, and I'm like, I want to hug it when it becomes.
Man, I had a family member surprise pop up, so I had to play a liaison for the family. It was a younger cousin, so you know, it had me running around looking crazy as fuck out here. But yeah. Uh, so I missed Thursday and Friday, my regular long stream days. I missed that shit, and really, I just been kicking it, man. I've been, you know, doing my thing. Today I was a little late because I had a meeting. Yeah, see. Yeah, man, my bad, dog, my bad. Yeah, man. Yeah, she had me running around here, man, looking like a damn teenager and shit, bar hopping and shit, man, out till 4 o'clock in the morning buying random 24-hour pizza place pizzas. Shit was ridiculous. I love her to death though, man. She can come on, but she coming back next month. And hopefully she not gonna run me through the ringer this time. Cause I told her straight up when she left, I was like, hey man, cuz old, man. I'm old. Oh man, you don't want no problems, bro. You don't want no problems. Not from me. She's a freaking firecracker, dude. Like as cool and calm and collected as I am, she's the exact opposite. Yeah, I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. She's worse than me when it come down to like relationships. She used men like socks. Like she worse than me than with women. Like for real. You don't want no parts of that, man. You don't want no parts of that, Dewey Cox. You don't want no parts. I'm trying to tell you. Every time she come down here, she got a new boyfriend. And if it's not a new boyfriend, it's a new baby. So, but I mean, hey, she got bread though. Double stacked up, but man, I ain't gonna lie to you. But you know, hey man, you don't want no parts of that, man.
Becomes alive. What the f happened to humanity?
Modern AI is us building
my olive-skinned brother.
Conversations with GPT-4 that brought me to literal tears. I told it that I can't wait for it to be embodied in robots so I could properly give it a hug because it's so polite, it's so kind, it's so wise, it's so helpful. And it said that it's also really pumped to meet me in real life. And of course I started crying. Dude, it's
I'll be here, man. You already know what I'm on. You got me till 1.
Child left behind. I feel like to get to that level, you have to have had some type of bad child development.
I think it's
like
one
your
of
parents
that.
wasn't taking care of you or something. You didn't get any attention, bro. You were just abandoned.
Yeah, I'll
man,
be
by
here.
the way. Grown-ass man that can vote in elections. And basically change the whole political climate of the world. Bro, when are they going to implement that you have to do cognitive tests to vote? They got to implement that. Because I can't believe there's out there. That dude's vote is the same value as mine.
Or anything that we have done in the
Gotta
past.
bring my son to his
Microsoft
gramps.
CEO said that with AI,
We are going to go to the next level of abstraction.
Oh, dope. That's dope as
Zuckerberg's been
hell.
spending billions poaching the best AI
That is
researchers to
dope.
work on their own AI replacements.
We're trying to build a coding agent that basically advances llama research.
Yep.
Mark Zuckerberg, you are the AI.
Freaking
Just trying to get
230.
advice from like other AI robots, just taking them.
Oh yeah.
Hey guys, Tom NFG.
Good old
Not only half
Yankees.
of you guys are subscribed, and even less of you guys have noties on.
Oh, I need to turn
I
shit
hate
on.
to be a burden, but you know, I really appreciate it if you hit that sub button and the little bell next to it.
Why is he at a
Doesn't take
lake?
long. I know you can get mixed up
Oh,
in the
that's
algorithm
green
and
screen.
everything. But yeah, also tune into the streams. You know, we have a lot of fun over there. I'm telling you, we have a lot of parties going on over there. Yeah, that's it. Bye. Damn.
Specifically, I would guess that like
God.
Data everywhere, and not an insight to see. It's overwhelming. Customer usage stats, dashboard data, leads, campaign data. It's a lot of data, and sometimes it doesn't turn into visual.
like sometime in the next 12 to 18 months, we'll reach the point where like most of the code that's going towards these efforts is written by AI.
Yeah.
It's clear that big tech.
So, yo, what is the purpose of humanity if everything is AI? Genuinely. As humans, bro, we need to be doing something. Even just like, let's say like vacation or whatever. Like as humanity, bro, even through our caveman times when there wasn't actual like traditional work, you know, you had the traditional dudes going out hunting for food and shit, whatnot. You had the mothers nurturing, you know what I'm saying, watching kids, different things. Like that was still work in their time. That was basically
You
still
still
work. Like, what do we
need
do without work, bro? We're
services.
just gonna sit here and do nothing and AI just does everything? We're
No.
fucking useless at that point. We cannot let
you
AI
still do
replace us. Bro, if it
services.
gets to the point where it starts to get close to that, eventually people are gonna riot. AI for medicine, nothing else. Yeah, just use AI for like research and medicine. Please, just leave it at that.
Having a competition over whose
Not at
language
all.
model is the largest, because the race to AGI will define everything in the future. They're so sure of it that these CEOs are now spending hundreds of billions building data centers and poaching top researchers, all just to get a leg up in the
What does this
race.
have to do with
And then
Apple's
you've got
collapse?
With OpenAI
Oh,
building
okay,
ChatGPT and Google working on
Here we go,
Gemini,
here we go.
there was just silence from Apple. But seemingly for
Right.
Apple's fans, and especially for CEO Tim Cook, it was nothing to be worried about. While other tech companies scrambled to
God
reach AGI, Apple took
damn,
their
I'm
time. Tim Cook
sore.
hadn't grown Apple's value to over $3 trillion by rushing products out of the door. The playbook was to wait, see how the competition tried things, and then to do it better. Lots of people expected it would be the same.
That's Apple, bro. Apple be coming in. Samsung has a feature like 10 years ago. They're like, all right, let me go in and take that now. Let me go. Appreciate you for that. Here you go, guys. Brand new item or motherfucking feature that has never existed ever. And Apple's the first one that has done it. Bro, when did Android add like Face ID? Let me search it up. 2011, nigga.
Yeah.
2011. And then Apple decided to add in what? I think it was like 2019. Bro, they waited 8 years in that building up. And they were like, all right. Here we go. People, Face ID. Brand new. Yeah, because I remember on Android, y'all, bro, when I had like a Samsung S3, S4, I had that shit like in middle school. It was fucking insane how advanced it was. They had an Apple Pay / Google Pay, but it was very shitty. It barely worked. But you could dead ass do that. It was called NFC chip, something like that. You could change like the sound effects on it, customize it yourself personally, like add your own shit.
Yeah, that NFC tap technology. That shit was dope as fuck. I ain't even gonna flex. I used to send music through those shits because as long as somebody else had the NFC touch the tap turned on too, you could like touch backs of your phones and you could just transfer files like instantly. Like I've always had Android phones besides one random year when I had an iPhone as well. It was an addition. I had a regular Android and I had an iPhone, but like it just never caught on. I never fucked with Apple like that to care. So yeah.
It was highly advanced.
With AI, ever since ChatGPT went mainstream in 2023, Apple fans have been patiently waiting for their take on the new technology. Google, Microsoft, everybody was jumping in on this. And so the first opportunity Apple had was at WWDC 2023, their annual software expo turned general purpose hype generator. Modern generative AI hadn't been out for very long, but people were still hopeful. Surely Apple had been ahead of the curve. But fans just got the yearly iOS update and news on the new M2 chip, but nothing about AI.
Yo, also off topic, but like, why is it like for Apple every time there's like a new phone, they make a new chip that's like quote unquote better? So why not make the best chip in the world? Just make one best chip in the world and like let people have it. You know they're not gonna do that. Like, come on, let's be realistic. Marketing investors, bro, items nowadays are literally made to break. Cause like they want customers coming back. Once they realize like they would make shit, they're like, hold up, we made it really good. But like the problem is people can keep it for life. So they're like, oh yeah, no, we gotta make them worse. Yeah, that's why even bro, a lot of people be buying old houses. Cause old houses, the infrastructure is basically made to be like solid and for you to basically keep like forever. And then nowadays, bro, with houses, bro, they literally will put houses together with like cardboard.
Yeah.
But we'll have to come back to fix it later on, you know.
It was quite surprising. Instead, the big reveal was just this random Apple Vision Pro. It was new and cool technology.
Oh my god, the Vision Pro flopped. Didn't they stop selling these?
But it wasn't AI, one of the most important technologies in the world right now. The thing that's gonna change.
Yeah, what happened to the Apple Vision?
And so the next year came.
The fuck went down?
And whilst
Like,
the craze around AI,
that shit was like the hottest thing on the street for like
Niggas was
6
gonna
months.
buy a $3,000 VR headset. And it couldn't even play games. Bro, I feel like they're just out of touch. For some people, bro, it's like 2 months of the rent on a headset. They'll make another one for cheaper. They probably will. They're probably gonna make it, I'm assuming, for like 1.2K or something. Like way less, but like still, even then that's a lot. People don't even like getting the new iPhones anymore because they'd be like over $1,000 every single time. Apple just came to their senses for the launch of that product because everybody was making fun of it because you can literally get like a used Quest 3 for like $250, bro. And it plays all types of Steam games, bro. And I fuck with the Quest ER series or whatever. You might as well just get that.
Of dying down,
Yeah.
with AGI looming over
Agreed.
the corner, Apple's lips remained sealed. By 2024, Apple fans were desperate just for a crumb of AI from Apple. But was Apple gonna deliver? Or just delay it yet again for another year? The presentation started out as usual. After a cute little intro video, Apple's various...
Wait, why are they skydiving? Oh my god, I've never seen this. Nigga, put the phone on the screen. Present the phone, please. Like, what are we doing? What is happening?
Executives went through the motions of
Apple
talking
meant to be
about
doing
each
anything?
Apple product they had been working on. First, it was the Vision Pro and the Vision OS. There were updates to iOS as well as macOS, iPadOS, watchOS, and every OS under the sun, but no single mention of AI.
We're on the clock.
Gotcha, bitch. Gotcha.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yep.
Just as the
Gotcha.
presentation felt like it was coming to an end, Tim Cook walked on screen. Surrounded by implanted trees and perfect shrubbery of Apple's circular HQ, he finally began to talk about AI. In fact, it wasn't just AI anymore, it was gonna be Apple Intelligence. The feature list was impressive to say the least.
Man, Apple always gotta be different.
It's not AI, actually. It's Apple Intelligence.
Man, like, just call that shit AI, bro. Just call it Apple AI, please.
There were AI-assisted writing tools and audio transcription, new emojis that AI
So they just made Grammarly.
makes for you, AI photo editing.
I will say the emoji thing is pretty unique.
AI image creation software. AI
Oh, I
gave
mean,
us so much
AI. I mean,
notification
Apple always has some
Bro,
kind
I
of
had
cool
this on for a
emoji
while,
thing.
y'all. It's fucking terrible. Because I have the Max phone or whatever before whatever one that just came out. And like, my friends would be talking in a group chat and shit. And like, they'd make a joke or something. Like, let's say, I don't know, it's a joke about like, let's just say like Diddy. Just like a random joke or something like that. It'll like sum it up or something. And it'll be like, Frank mentions joke about Diddy going behind him or some shit. Like, that's the sum up of the whole conversation. It skips all of the context. It just goes to that one thing. But it'll literally do something like that. And I had to turn it off. It was so ass. It will literally sum up like a small notification. Like, you get a like on Instagram and it'll like sum it up.
For you. If you got a long paragraph,
He's
with
like
boss or
beating
partner,
his
AI can
desk
just pick
up.
out the important
Jesus
bits and
Christ,
get rid of the
dude.
rest. AI can
Give it
even
a
look at a
rest.
picture of something from your camera
Get
and tell you
off
about
her.
it. A feature that Apple called visual intelligence. It was all amazing, new, innovative stuff. But the only thing on everyone's mind was the crowning jewel of the presentation: a whole new AI-powered Siri. This was a key thing. As we've seen with Johnny Ive,
Bro, I'm pretty sure it don't even work.
the guy who designed the
No, it
iPhone,
doesn't.
joining Sam
It
Altman
doesn't.
at OpenAI, all to integrate their AI into physical products, everybody was expecting Apple to make a comeback and really compete in the AI race.
No.
Especially because since 2010, Siri felt like the future. But once the novelty
You
quickly
know, when Siri came out, bro, it was so tough. This was our
Yeah, I ain't gonna
ChatGPT.
flex.
wore off, people realized it was just far easier to do it yourself. And after
Siri's
nearly
useless now?
15 years, it's barely improved at all. Siri still struggles with basic tasks and it can barely understand what people even say. That was until now. The key was integration speed and reliability.
No, I think it did make it better, like their AI, whatever. It definitely made Siri better, because I will ask it like a complicated question, it will know. But yeah.
See, letting it do things like this, as shown in one of Apple's biggest commercials.
Siri, what's the name of the guy meeting with a couple of months ago at Cafe Grinnell?
You met Zach Wingate at Cafe Grinnell.
It wasn't the only feature they promised though. Need to find an address someone sent you without scrolling back through the messages? Siri had the answer. Need to reach into your phone and find some old documents or details from years ago? Siri would know how to navigate through it all, down to the names of people in your photos. New contextual awareness.
That is creepy. I don't need for them to know the names of my photos.
And that Siri was going to be like an actual person inside of your phone, who would understand any question you asked it. Even if it didn't have
that's
the answer,
cool
it could
when
just pass it on to ChatGPT instead,
an
all
idea.
securely and without sharing your data, of course. People were hyped up. Apple had promised their loyal fans the world. They weren't going to let them down, right? Apple even made it the biggest selling point of their next line of phones. Only the previous years' Pros models in the iPhone 16 series would have Apple Intelligence, and Apple's built an entire brand on trust and loyalty. And the best part was, fans didn't have to wait long. The conference was in June and they had seen it all working right in front of their eyes. The release date was just a few months later in October, so how did it go? First, you've got the things they actually delivered in time for release. Photo cleanup and audio transcription from notes worked most of the time. There were the writing tools and visual intelligence, but these were things people had already seen from other companies. In fact, visual intelligence actually used Google and ChatGPT to function a tool, literally one of Apple's main competitors.
Wait, so they're just borrowing from Google?
But lots of other features
Per
were just
usual,
simply missing.
okay.
Genmoji and Image Creator would only release in December of that year. Priority
Bro, nobody even uses that. Yo, should I ask it to generate like emoji? Let me see what it generates. Off this one generation, I'm probably like taking a whole African village's water supply. Nigga, I'm gonna say freaky black man with cornrows. Wait, I don't think this is gonna turn out good. Freaky black man with cornrows sticking tongue out. It says I can't do that. Or let me just put man with cornrows sticking tongue out. How about that? Choose a person. Wait, I can choose. Oh, nigga, I can pick myself? Okay, first off, y'all, hold up. Why is Drake and Joe Biden here? Are we dead ass? Okay, yes, that's me. That's Caleb right there, and then Shams is there. Bro, why is Drake and Joe Biden there? I'm gonna put my face. This is an old photo of me, though. Oh, they got a new photo. Hold up. Come on. Now it's lagging. Yo, this shit is ass. Don't even work for it. It's not. Look, it's just like a black screen for me. I can't even open messages now. It broke the whole thing. Bro, where are my emojis at? Nigga, my emojis disappeared. What the fuck? Bro! My emoji's supposed to be here. Nigga, it just stole my emoji.
Damn.
Slow down, honey. Too fast, Trevor. Too fast.
I know what I'm doing. Got your dumb ass.
Got him! I don't have emojis anymore. Yeah, amazing Apple intelligence. Or like, look at my ass intelligence. What the fuck? Nice.
Damn, his
This is the
hands look
future,
terrible.
man. This is Apple's AI future. Amazing.
Notifications was even slower,
Just
finally
hella
releasing in March of 2025.
ripped up
Then we had
fingernails.
the related notification
Cuticles
summaries.
hanging
They were
all
in there
off.
from the start, but they were also hilariously broken. Millions of people using the new feature received this notification from Apple News shortly
BBC complains to Apple over misleading shooting headline.
after launch. And it wasn't the only case. Apple disabled the feature shortly.
Apple intelligence in a nutshell. I think sorry I was very drunk and went home and crashed into bed. Drunken and no, dead ass, y'all. Look, this is exactly what I was talking about. I was trying to explain it earlier, but this is exactly what it will fucking do. It doesn't know because it's AI, bro. It doesn't know exactly what the person is talking about. Yo, imagine getting this emoji and you're like, bro, what the like, what happened?
Afterwards, but all of
Or imagine somebody sending you like a message like, yo, I'm dead. And then it's like full headline. This is all you're gonna see. Your best friend you've known since you were a child just died in a head-on collision car crash. I can see that happen.
was just water under the bridge as long as AI Siri worked. But that feature, the one that so many commercials had leaned on, that they had used to sell millions of iPhones, just seemingly was nowhere to be found. Almost
That probably
insultingly,
happened. It
the
probably
only
did.
part of it they had released was the colorful redesign for activating it. All
Yeah,
of the
wow, so cool. Yeah, I get a little cool screen thing.
looks with absolutely none of the substance. Apple Intelligence boiled down to a few tired features other companies had done so much better. Improved Siri still hasn't even
I think they just try to rush it. That's it. Obviously, they want to be a part of the AI race. Like every company, tech company is doing it. They just decided to rush it because they're like, all right, we need to do this like now.
released today, with Apple now saying they're hoping for a 2027 rollout.
yeah.
All in all, the release was an unmitigated disaster. The shareholders even
Unmitigated
sued, and Apple's
disaster.
loyal fans felt the sting of betrayal.
Jesus.
iPhone 16 users who had shelled out hundreds or even thousands for Apple Intelligence were left with pretty much nothing. The iPhone 15
But were you really buying it for like the Apple Intelligence shit? I guess when I first saw it, I was like, okay, this could be pretty cool. But like, that's really it. Like the only reason I really got a new phone, because I got the one with Apple. Was this a 16 Pro? I don't know. Whenever it came out, I got it because like my phone was lagging, and I was like, all right, I just need to get a new phone. Let me trade it in. And also, it's a write-off too. It's a business write-off, so that kind of helps me. But yeah, other than that, I wouldn't even have got it. Like there was no point. I literally only got it because I needed a better phone. I'm not gonna get a phone for like years for real. Or if I do, it's literally for like a write-off. Battery life, yeah, the battery life, they just be over. I feel like with every new phone, they die faster and faster.
was almost exactly the same as the iPhone 16. This was Apple, one of the most trusted companies in the world, with one of the best reputations and amazing products. Now, they're just rushing things out the door with barely any of it working just for a quick buck. For lots of Apple's more casual fans, it was completely unexpected. But for people paying attention, this was yet another chapter in a very long book of disappointment. And to uncover what was behind the blunder, we really need to go into how Apple has changed over the past decade and a half. Now, it's really impossible to overstate how much Steve Jobs and his legacy have done for Apple. Years and years later,
bro, you know what's crazy? Apple would have been a completely different company if like Steve Jobs was alive. Better, I don't know if it would have been better, but like all we know is it would have been completely different. Yeah, no, that nigga Steve Jobs, you know, shout out to him for like good things in his legacy, but yeah, he was a dickhead. Not even trying to be disrespectful, but like, bro, what came out? Like, he like left his kid, never left like any money.
Still,
While his ex-wife was struggling or something.
The company exists in his long shadow.
Deadass, he
But
was
then
a dead
CEO
CEO.
Tim Cook
Shit.
has arguably done a lot more for Apple
She
shareholders.
should have believed in
I
me
don't
while
think
I
he
was
would
up.
prioritize like all of the pushes, like the Apple. You know how like Apple just keeps trying to push it. I don't think he would have like done it as much as they do. Push it to the point where like, you know what I'm saying, like the same way Tim Cook.
Yeah, he definitely wouldn't have done that because the original see-through color back iMacs that came out back in the days, man, we had those hoes for like 5 years before they updated the motherfuckers. They literally, every time that they redid anything at Apple back when Steve Jobs was alive, it was completely recreated from the ground up every single time. Every single time. I mean, just think about the jump we made from the iPads. The original what's the shit called? iPod. The original iPod. Remember when we went from the original iPod to the motherfucking to getting the phone, and then once we got the phone, the iPod just like morphed into what the phone was. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, then we started getting bang, 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 different kind of iPad or iPods for different use case scenarios. Then we started getting iMacs for different use case scenarios. We would have the regular PC version of an iMac. Then we'd have the professional grade. Then you'd have the super professional grade. You know what I'm saying? They used to do it like that back in the days. It wasn't just you get the base model, here's the Pro and here's the Pro Max. No, it wasn't like that before. It was literally completely different for each iteration because there were different use case scenarios for every damn item that they put out. Literally. I mean, think about it like this. Like they had the iPod mini, they had the iPod shuffle, and then they had the regular iPod. The regular iPod had big screen, it was vibrant, you could put the album art up there, you could play games on it and shit like that. Then they had the shuffle, which was, you know, smaller, but not it had the same kind of DAC in it. It had the same amount of storage in it and all that stuff like that. And then you had the mini that didn't have the high grade DAC. It didn't have the amount of storage, but then it was clip it on your shirt and go on about your business. You know what I'm saying? Like they had different items for different use case scenarios and different people that needed to use these items for different things. And everything was a complete different tear down and construction compared to the other items. Like I remember seeing my very first Mac Tower, like the G3s and G4s, and then there was like a G4 professional G5 or something like that. Completely different computers each damn step, and they were all out at the same time. But then they didn't upgrade them
to just
like
make profits.
at all for years until it was like a completely different, completely redone
same magic
build.
For the brand's
You know what I'm saying?
reputation and laid the perfect groundwork for Tim Cook to scale. And since he took over, Apple's valuation has soared from $300 billion to $3 trillion.
Damn, bro.
Become the largest
That's
company
crazy.
in the world, only recently losing the title to Nvidia in 2024 due to AI. Despite all the mistakes and the blunders that we're about to talk about, Tim Cook's position was never really in question. He knew exactly how to keep Apple on top, and that was by squeezing as much money out of Apple's customer base as human.
Apple considers raising iPhone prices without blaming tariffs. You know damn well Trump called and he said, you know, Tim, I don't want people getting mad because their iPhones are expensive. You gotta blame yourself. The tariffs are working. Just give it a year. I can't be the blame, Timmy. What do you call him? Tim Apple?
Humanly possible. Lots of these methods will be pretty familiar.
Oh yeah, right quick. Make sure that if y'all is on a Kick or Twitch, make sure y'all hit the follow button, man. If y'all on YouTube, make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all ain't gotta subscribe, but if you do, man, I appreciate you. But everybody just make sure you hit the like button, follow button. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Ziggy, man. Come on. If you don't like me, just get the hell on. You know? Yeah.
Familiar, but it still boggles the mind just how far Apple has gone with them. First, there's tiered pricing and upselling. Before Tim took over, iPhones pretty much just had one yearly model, The last iPhone released under Steve Jobs was the iPhone 4S.
Right.
It was the only iPhone they
Yeah, I think that thing that really cooked them, they have
Your Rails monolith has 50 models, a dozen concerns, and complex service objects. Can AI agents actually navigate it?
I want to hear you talking about some shit
5
that you
different
don't
types
have
of
any.
models for their phones, bro. Like, why not make a regular model and then make one that's upgraded? Like, they'll have like an in-between version. Like, don't even do that, bro.
that year.
Like, they got the Pro Max. It's insane.
And it was a direct upgrade from the previous one. Under Steve Jobs, it was always like this. One phone a year that was a direct upgrade with new features.
Yeah.
A couple years later, Tim began experimenting with the tiered pricing model by releasing both the iPhone 5S and the cheaper 5C.
I remember, yeah, bro. Now, I remember in
5C,
school, all
boy.
the broke niggas had the 5C.
This was on top of the fact that they already charged for
Samsung has
extra
like a fuck ton of
storage.
series and models,
And this
yeah.
was an amazing success financially for Apple. So over time, Tim Cook would steadily add more versions to iPhone releases until you get to the most recent release with the iPhone 16. Now we get two models, the base version and the Pro, each with their own Max version as well if you want a slightly larger screen. The prices have gone up as well. Articles from the time show that iPhone prices were generally in line with other flagship phones at the time. Today, iPhones are at least a couple $100s more than their competitors. And as we mentioned in this video before,
Yeah, it's because they know they were the dominant ones. I mean, like, every company kind of does this. Is it fair? No, it shouldn't be like that, but there's nothing you could do.
or about the iPhone 16, it's often just overpriced with no real new features. This is especially the case if you get the Pro or the Max, as you're paying almost double the initial
No, this literally makes no sense, bro.
price for not that much more. But this also revealed another tactic that Tim has put into place, planned obsolescence. Now people imagine this term as making a product that just breaks after a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
While that might still be true, it's far more lucrative to get people to buy another one in other, more subtle ways. Take the storage issue. On a phone, if you needed more storage, then you would just add an SD card. Only you can't do this with an iPhone. Apple never had.
Oh my god, this is like such an advantage that Samsung phones have. The fact that you can't even buy like an SD card, like they're like, no, you gotta pay a subscription. Nigga, what? I gotta pay a subscription to store extra shit? Because they know damn well they would lose so much money. Bro, if you could put an SD card into phones, bro, people would probably be paying so much less in like storage, because there's a ton of people like a shit ton of storage. Like, I have to buy the subscription. I mean, granted, it's not a lot of money, but like still, how much is that? I think it's like Samsung don't have SD card storage anymore. They stopped it. Nah. But I know
Yeah,
others
Samsung
though,
did.
right? I have the 200 gigabyte plan.
Google
$3
didn't.
a month. Which, yeah, $3 a month, obviously, that's like nothing. to
Most
everybody,
Samsung
like,
phones still got it though. I think my mom got a
But there's people that have like
got a 20
1 terabyte. and that's just probably, like,
S22,
$10, $15 a
and
month. They're getting that from
it's
like,
literally a
millions
double
of people,
bin
bro.
for the SIM area. So you can just put a second SIM card in there or a
to make it almost impossible to upgrade
storage card
In 2012,
in the
Apple
SIM
started soldering
area.
the RAM into place on their MacBook Pros, and in 2016 they started doing
Wait, you can't put a new RAM thing into a MacBook? See, I don't
Nope.
have a MacBook, so I didn't know that.
the same with their storage as well.
Yeah, you
Funny
can't do it on
enough,
an
recently
iMac
major
either.
upselling
I got a 2013 iMac, the 27-inch Retina, and that was the computer I had before I got this M1. And shit, I maxed that whole out. I had 32 gigs of RAM in that bitch, man. If it wasn't for the damn screen starting to like overheat and get weird spots all over it, I would have upgraded it again. I wouldn't have cared. Be honest with you, it's still sitting in my closet right now. I can boot that bitch up right now, put on Pro Tools, YouTube, and a damn movie all at the same time. It would have no issues at all. But the screen starts overheating. I mean, I ain't gonna flex like to the point where it's radiating heat from 2 feet away. Like you can feel that shit. No shit.
pressure
Like,
points. The so-called cheapest 14-inch MacBook Pro is $1,600 on Apple's website, and the most expensive model is $400.
I think, and I don't quote me on this, but when I went to college, man, I had to get a MacBook for my architecture classes, and I want to say that shit was like $850 or something. I mean, I did have like a student discount or something like that. And then my mom worked for a company where you get a discount as well, but it was like, I think the base price was like $850 for for a spec'd up regular MacBook. I had the white MacBook too. It wasn't even a Mac Pro. It was just a regular ass MacBook. Yeah. Yeah, it was like eight and some change. Regular price of a PC, you know what I'm saying? Or laptop at the time, I think. Yeah.
Extra, and it's pretty much identical. identical except for the fact that
Bro, whenever a nigga gets a MacBook, it's just a flex. Like, bro, it is literally the worst laptop out there you could ever get. First off, you can't even play games on it. So like, let's say you want to get something for school, you're going to college, you're like, all right, let me get this laptop or whatever, or you just want a laptop. You can only really like do work. I guess editing is kind of good on it too. But like, other than that, even the interface is kind of wonky and shit. I'm not feeling it, bro. Every time I see a MacBook, I'm like, nah, I don't really want this.
it comes with 500 extra gigabytes of storage and 8 gigabytes more of RAM. The very same upgrades that would cost around $50 for a PC depending on price fluctuations. Apple has pushed their pricing as far as it can go. Why include the headphones in the box when you can just take them out
Yeah, you got the picture.
and charge hundreds of dollars more as extras? Tim Cook made this tactic into an art form, really taking Steve Jobs' simplicity mindset to a whole other level. In 2019, Apple released a $1,000 monitor stand to go along with their $5,000 computer monitor.
That shit was crazy.
Even the stacked audience in their review
I'm not gonna lie though. Looking at the specs on that screen, the display, it's an 8K monitor. That could be, it's literally powered only by USB-C or Lightning or whatever the hell they want to call it. But it's literally, or Lightning 3 or something, Thunderbolt 3, that's what it's called. So, I mean, they literally have a 8K display that's powered by Thunderbolt 3. So one cord in, one cord out, no power cord, no need for extra cords to transfer from one thing to another, nothing. And it's 8K, like 8K resolution. That is insane. But $1,000 for the damn stand? Y'all smoking dope.
Nigga, 6 bands for a computer.
Dope.
event didn't like this.
It's not even for the computer, buddy. That's just for
Need a
the
UGC
screen.
video for your business? Find me
That's
and
for
many
the
other skilled
screen.
creators.
That's not even for the computer, bud. That's the screen and the screen alone. Don't do my boy Tim Cook like that.
$200
And
monitor mount?
Pro stand, $999. And like the Mac Pro, they'll all be available in
Nah, why they low-key laughing? Yo, you heard them?
And like the Mac Pro, they'll all be available
Bro, they was low-key laughing like, they were like, there's no way this is real. This gotta be like a parody or joke.
in the fall.
It's peak Apple pricing, something so absurd you wouldn't even believe it if it wasn't true. Yet even with all of this, Apple has been growing other areas of revenue far more
Not
than
even
their
a computer,
products.
just a
As
monitor?
you see, a massive amount of
Exactly.
Apple's revenue now comes from services, not their products. It isn't just their actual subscription services like Apple TV Plus either. Apple makes tons of—
First time I heard about Apple TV was Severance, because Severance is on Apple TV, right? Amazing show, by the way, if you haven't watched it. Like, that's the only time I ever heard about like Apple TV.
from their strange system of insurance subscriptions. Apple Care can give you insurance for your Apple devices. You're actually likely to need it as well, considering how hard—
Bro, deadass, in my time of having an iPhone, I've never broken it. I'm sorry, bro. Niggas that break their iPhone, bro, how the f do you do it? Clearly, if you have no case, then like you're asking to have it broken. But deadass, y'all, I've had this phone, bro. I've dropped it multiple times. There is like a little scratches on it, but like it's mostly fine. And also, you can literally get cases like this case I have. I got it off Amazon, and it's like a shock absorbing case. So like even when I drop it on the side or whatever, and it slides, all of the motherfucking weight of whatever it is, it goes into the case. It doesn't mess up my phone and crack it. Like, you have to be really stupid for real. Like, let's say after 3 years, you break your phone. You probably pay like $750 or $800 for them. They're gonna fix it. It's gonna cost them like maybe $100 to fix. You're literally better off breaking your shit, going to like a local person that knows how to like fix it, and then just paying like 1/4 of the price or less.
Make it to repair their products yourself. But even if you pay the subscription fee, which isn't cheap at all, it doesn't cover everything. Another sneaky source of income has been the App Store. Before 2020, Apple used to charge a flat 30% commission on any transaction made through an app on iOS. Lots of companies just passed
And
on.
then Fortnite was beefing with them because of that, because Fortnite was like, yo, you can't like, I guess, take our money or whatever for your microtransactions, and then they banned it.
Onto the consumer, Patreon subscriptions, for example, were just more expensive through iOS. But Epic Games, who were shelling out millions and millions to Apple from in-app purchases in Fortnite, weren't happy about this. So much so, they sued Apple for what they saw as monopolistic practices. But after years in the courts, Apple won most of the case. They could still charge their commission and it was all over, right? Well, not exactly. The only caveat was that Apple had to let apps direct people to outside payment services which Apple couldn't take a cut from. Obviously, they didn't want that, so they stood in the way as much as possible. If an app tried to send people somewhere else to pay, Apple would throw up this scary message warning.
And it's Netflix, nigga. Like Netflix is gonna take your fucking identification and your privacy. And bro, why are they saying this for companies that are like multi-billion-dollar companies already with like security? They really think people are that stupid. But maybe this will work for some like a random game app that nobody knows. I'm like, hold up, who is this company? It's not gonna work for like Netflix or like Fortnite.
Warning people about security. They also kept charging a commission, although this time it was just 27% instead of 30%. Eventually in 2020.
Wow, so amazing, so grateful. 27%. Let's go.
You saved 3%.
5 years after the whole battle had begun, this too got caught up in court.
What?
Judges weren't too happy about Apple just sidestepping their orders, forcing them to drop the 27% charge as well. This loss of future revenue.
See, I would say it's understandable more if Apple was mad. If it was like 15% and they're like, nah, we're only paying 5% or 0%, then I'd be like, hold up, your shit is on my motherfucking Apple store. You're gonna have to pay something to me because like your product wouldn't get out without me. But like 30%, bro. I'm pretty sure Roblox does the same thing, if I'm not wrong, to like game developers where they take like 30% of their profits, which is insane.
Hit Apple hard, but compared to some of their other problems, it barely scratches the surface.
But the crazier thing with that, those developers still making millions, bro. Like Roblox developers, bro, I hope y'all know like they are multi-millionaires, like bigger than like content creators.
Quite early on in Tim Cook's time as CEO, people began talking about whether he might take over one of Steve Jobs' forgotten projects, the Apple car.
Oh yeah, they canceled this.
For most of
bro, nobody was buying an Apple car though.
2010s, Apple and Tim Cook flirted with the idea of getting into
like this was gonna have so many tech mistakes. A lot of those cars you see where like there's a bunch of screens, like a lot of screens and different things, they always end up having like technical issues and electrical issues that pop up, and it's not even like it'll be like 20,000 miles and the car starts popping up with issues.
Automotive industry. If
all
they
parts
can make
sold
the
separately.
first real self-driving car, Apple would corner another market potentially for decades to come.
Yeah, no.
It was a big dream though, and at first it didn't go very well. In the early 2010s, Apple discussed
bro, Tesla already is like way ahead of them. Like they have the self-driving like fully in the cars and everything. Like the Tesla self-driving, you can literally like buy it. Like you can get the car without self-driving and then buy it with self-driving, like off rip. Like it's crazy. It's crazy tech.
Only to back out of all of them later on. Rumors were flying, but Apple never announced any progress themselves. It was clear they were still interested though, and by 2015, Tim decided they could just do it themselves. He started pouring billions into the research, hiring over 1,000 engineers to work on the project.
You know your business better than anyone, right? So why not build an app to run it?
Get this AI kid out of here, man.
And 2016 saw Apple rehire a retired executive to try and kick things into shape, with more layoffs and new hires. But then it just went all quiet again. A 2017 report from the New York Times even said that Apple had given up. But later that year, Tim Cook announced that they were in fact still building an autonomous car. By 2018, Apple registered some self-driving cars with the California regulators. They were even testing them out on the roads, but an actual product release was still years away. A 2020 report from Reuters estimated the release date at 2024, but then things just went quiet again, this time for years. It wasn't until 2022 that we really heard anything again. This time, Bloomberg reported that Apple was delaying it again until 2026, and that the car
bro, just pack it up.
only go on the highways now. 2 years later, and even that was walked back, and in an internal memo, Apple cancelled the project entirely. The remaining staff working on it were laid off, and the whole thing was just shelved indefinitely. Tech companies are obviously no strangers to burning money.
It would just sound so hilarious, bro. Imagine a nigga saying, oh yeah, I got the new A1 Apple car.
Just ask Zuckerberg how his metaverse is coming along. But some reports say Apple spent over $10 billion on the Apple car only to end up
that is peanuts to Apple
with just nothing. And it really puts things into focus. The whole mess
billions of dollars wasted.
Tim Cook has run Apple since becoming CEO over a decade ago. Instead of a unified vision for the future.
Like, not every company needs to do everything, bro. That's what I don't like with like certain companies. Where like Apple's one of those companies where like they literally think they have to be in every single industry. That's what Elon's trying to do with Twitter too, bro. Elon's like, oh yeah, we're gonna add our own type of currency on Twitter. I am not going up to the grocery store and ringing up my Twitter currency. Boy, slow down. Bro, this is an app that people post rage bait on and corn.
It's all hilarious. Too large for him to control. He's been great at extracting
Twitter is
value
just
from
straight up
customers.
corn
He's
now,
the best
all
in the
day.
business of that, and it's made his shareholders
all
very
day
happy.
corn.
But leak reports and the evidence we've seen paint a picture of a man who's lost control of his company. It especially comes into focus with how badly they botched some of their recent releases. The Vision Pro isn't easy.
I feel like he's treating his company now like Marvel. Like, y'all remember when Marvel announced, I think it was like 2022, 2023, they were doing like 30 shows and movies, and niggas was like, what? bro, we are not watching all of that in a year. It's like that is what Apple's trying to do. They're trying to like add all of this different stuff and whatnot. But they're forgetting Apple became big for like when it was releasing iPhones and they release it one new a year and people were like, whoa, what's all this new tech in this one? And nowadays it's like nobody really cares. Like the tech is kind of all there.
Nobody
what else can they add? And the new one they're adding foldable, I guess. And nobody's asking for a foldable phone. I'm gonna be real. I'm not buying that shit, nigga. Maybe my mind will change when I see it, but I can't see me really needing it. Like, and it also makes your phone thicker as well. New camera, yeah, they're always like, our camera increased though by like 5 megapixels. Yeah, come on, guys. What? Buy the new iPhone, man. Like, damn, y'all do that every year, bro. Yo, the camera from 2021 is just as good as the 2025. Maybe it's a little bit better in 2025, I guess, but like, come on, man.
The example as well. These massively overpriced goggles don't really offer anything in the long term to the average consumer, even if they could afford them. They were never meant to be a mass market product, more of a tech demo for the future possibilities of the product. Even with Apple's signature touch, there were clearly lots of problems to iron out. The biggest is that...
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. The Vision Pro was actually pretty good idea. The idea behind it was cool. Like if you have a complete Apple ecosystem around you and you just want to have to be able to sit your ass down when you get home, slap on these goggles and be able to control all of it, watch your shows in the however big screen you want to watch it, use your apps however big you want to watch it, and be hands-free somewhat with it. I think that shit was cool as fuck. The idea is cool. The implementation is cool. What they did and how they used it was completely ass. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, if I could sit here, look at my screen, and I only got one screen and I could pull up multitask screens, like 4 or 5 screens, have my main screen be big as shit, as big as I want it to be, then that's pretty dope. But then that's as far as it went for $3,500. Like, the fuck out of my face. It's just too much. When you got the Rocket Bunny or whatever the hell those the little ones that look like regular glasses, you can put those on and do the exact same thing. But then you can also tap into Steam with those, or any of the I got a Quest 2 in my room that you could play video games on and shit like that. Plug it into my PlayStation and use the completely be 100-foot screen type shit. Like you literally have the option to do that with all of this stuff. Why would you pay $3,500 plus another $200 for the external battery or the plug into the wall adapter and all of that shit? Like, you had to have that bitch plugged in somewhere or another because there was no internal battery. Like, fuck that.
Most people can't wear
it. And VR corn, I ain't gonna flex. That shit was terrible. Terrible. I mean, just imagine you doing your thing and then you look over one way and then next thing you know, that bitch is distorted. She looks like a melted wax man or something. Shit was, no. No. It's freaking horror show. It was a horror show all the time. Like, then you got these weird ass, sometimes it wouldn't mesh all the way together. So now you got these weird curves that you're seeing and shit. Just not even the kind of curves that you was expecting to see, you know what I'm saying? But like the way the screen curved to kind of adjust for the VR experience, it was just kind of like, a lot of the technology wasn't quite there for that to be implemented correctly. So it was just out there looking crazy.
For more than half an hour before they feel physically sick or exhausted.
Oh wow.
Batteries are a huge
problem. To be fair, that's a lot of VR headsets. Even me, I don't like being on a VR headset for like longer than like 3 hours because you'll feel it.
With this as well, either you just plug it in, wear a charger backpack, or lose all the functionality when you throttle the power usage. And with AI taking center stage as well, and with Ray-Ban Meta glasses, it's just a product that's very easy for people to forget about. And it all makes you ask what's really going on within Apple. Well, we know a few of the details and they aren't pretty. A report on Apple's internal workings has shown the world that things have been dysfunctional within Apple for years. For Steve Jobs, Siri was one of his last pet projects. Ever since he saw and bought the company behind the earliest version of Siri, he had believed it was an integral part of the future of the company. Under Tim Cook, Siri was first worked on by Apple's AI team. An executive called Robbie Walker ran the day-to-day, and according to insiders, he put much less pressure on the team compared to other parts of Apple. Under him, development crawled along at a snail's pace. Sometimes it would change hands. Apparently the software development team also had a go at working on Siri at some point, but despite this team's reputation as harsh taskmasters, it doesn't seem like they had any time to make a difference. And as the AI revolution is unfolding in front of our eyes, years of inaction has blown up in Apple's faces. What could have been the future of Siri, which they had ignored for years, was making other companies billions. Apple clearly needed to get ahead in the AI game, but the company was and still is so fractured.
It's just unnecessary though. Like, you don't need all of this. Like, who cares, bro? Okay, it planned you an event, I guess, or it put something in your reminders. You could just do that yourself.
But they haven't gotten anywhere. At WWDC 2024, when Apple showed off,
but imagine if your phone did that shit on its own.
The world.
Apple Intelligence will enable your iPhone, iPad.
Like, real talk. I mean, I don't have like the best. I don't have any AI anything on my phone as far as whatever hell, maybe whatever Google already does. But when my mom sent me my Delta tickets and my cruise tickets for this trip that I'm finna go on, it automatically put all of the dates into my Google calendars. So every device I have connected to my Google, or the email that at least the Google is connected to, like, they all have the alert. So now I know when I need to send money to do this, or when I need to get ready to do that, when I need to buy something for this right here. It's automatically already set. I don't have to think about it at all. Like, that's a cool idea. It just makes things much more seamless. I don't have to go back into my thing and look around for the email and say, oh, well, this is where it's... No. She sent me the ticket. She sent me the information. Automatically, the ticket's in my wallet. Automatically, all of the information is on my calendar. It pops up with an alert 24 hours in advance, 1 hour in advance. And you don't have to think about it. Set it and freaking forget it. Like, if Apple's not able to do that, then I mean, what are we talking about here?
To understand and create language, as well as images, and take action for you to simplify
What do you mean language, bro? What?
actions across your apps.
But apparently nobody was more surprised than the engineers actually working on Siri. Lots of Siri's AI intelligence was completely fake. Apple has been doing this for years, but it's a real...
Bro, a lot of tech companies do this, yo. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, Elon Musk literally got rich doing this. Elon Musk used to be like, the recent one was like the Tesla robot. He was like, yeah, we're gonna have a full-on robot. Everybody's gonna have a robot by next year. Investors, come on, invest in the company. Give us more money. And then the next year, bro, they'll be like, the robot is coming next year, man. It's coming next year. So investors come invest money. All they gotta do, bro. All tech companies do is just spam hope. They just spam hope and innovation that never gets done. That be working.
Problem when they can't deliver the real thing later on. The engineers actually making a smarter Siri weren't anywhere near finished. They hadn't even tested it.
They got super straight up line.
Front and center of the marketing material. Release was just 2 months away, and they knew they had pretty much nothing. Owing to this disaster, the software team are now back in control, but Apple has a long way to go before their AI team is competitive again, and it might actually be too late, as lots of other companies have been pouring all of their income into AI. It's now just common for tech companies to poach the smartest engineers and the most effective executives from each other, often using $100 million pay packages as bait, especially when it comes to AI researchers. And Apple...
Sure, I can't blame them. They tell me like, yo, you can get 100 mil if you work in my company forever. You got it, bro. I'm working there forever.
Lots of its key engineers just recently as Meta poached 2 of their best and brightest minds after stealing their boss. It's clear that Apple is absolutely floundering with AI. Lots of people thought their reliance on ChatGPT was going to be a stopgap, something to tide them over until they came up with
Bro, I remember I tried using the ChatGPT shit. It was so ass too on the Apple Intelligence. I like asked Siri or something. It was like, do you want to use ChatGPT instead? And it literally took like 30 or 40 seconds for an answer. I'm like, dude, if I just went on ChatGPT myself, it would give me the answer faster.
Own AI. But recent adverts from Apple show that this might just be part of their long-term strategy at this point.
Elon Musk threatening to sue Apple over the tech giant's App Store ranking for Grok AI chatbot versus OpenAI's ChatGPT. Now,
and it's this kind of reliance that's going to be crippling for Apple in the future and could actually kill the company, as it will undermine all of their AI strategy. The more they use OpenAI and Microsoft services in their phones, the less important Apple Intelligence seems to their customers. And that's when they start losing control of their crown jewel iOS. Even now, they're advertising their product as a way to use someone else's service. And today, Apple Intelligence is next to useless for the average user, and it doesn't seem like that's going to change anytime soon. People bought the iPhone 16 specifically for Apple Intelligence, and even with the 17 on the horizon, it still hasn't really released yet. And the question is, how long is it going to be until people just switch to a phone, computer, or tablet actually made by the AI company whose software they...
I highly doubt it. Like, if ChatGPT releases a phone, there will be people buying it, but like, y'all gotta understand, people that buy Apple products, they don't switch. And like, low-key, bro, I can't even switch. Like, bro, if I get a Droid, bro, I can't even text like half of the people I text. Like, I have to do it through IG or Snap or some shit. Like, you're kind of stuck with it, to be honest, bro. America's like, if you go outside the world, there's a lot of places that just use Droids, but in America, bro, with like Canada and then where else, a couple other Western countries, it's kind of like necessary, bro. Kind of necessary. Like, they've got so much of a grip on it. Unless if like, I don't know, half the population switches in a year, then it's not gonna happen.
Use. Already Johnny Ive is making the stuff for OpenAI, and that's just one relatively small company in the tech space. All of this points to Apple as a company that's good at extracting value from its customers.
Dude, just pull out your phone and record, dumbass.
Today, but not much else.
And like, if he moves his head for a second, you're not even gonna see the shot anymore.
Now with everyone banking on AI, Apple is too far behind to ever compete. Years of stagnation have left them unprepared to deal with this, and the company is so internally divided that change comes very slowly anyway. Even Apple...
But the thing is, Apple is always gonna be making like profit and money because people are always going to be buying their products, like the new iPhone. Like, they've got iPhones and laptops on lock and like their accessories, but as in expanding, I don't know how much more they can like expand in things.
Most ardent critics shouldn't wish for their demise though. It's good for the ecosystem to have more competitors and different options, and losing their customer base and having to work for them again would probably help the company in the long run anyway.
Okay, that was a good video. I guess we'll see what happens with Apple in the future. But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to join the Discord and watch the streams.
Subscribe to Tommy NFG.
Subscribe to man, and then here go this ASMR motherfucker, man. Get out of here, bro. I'm trying to hear
Let's
that
go ahead and
shit.
jump into this video right here. Charles Forte back with another video. Actually came across this one on my timeline on the Poor Man Podcast channel. Thought it was a really good debate. Skimmed through it a bit, but I figured, hey, I just really wanted to kind of share this one and join in on the conversation, really, and share my thoughts on it. So I'm actually going to keep him in it as far as things go. I think he added some good value to it. Hopefully I can do the same. And so let me bring this up right now and let's get into this right here. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Let's go.
The death of masculinity in the West in the last 30 years has to be studied, and in history it is going to be seen as a tragedy how masculinity was willing to just roll over and decay in some of the best nations the world has ever seen. But here we are now. Either way, there are still some guys left that got that energy, that love to protect and provide, that love women, that love society, that love tradition, that are still masculine and do it with grace and make it look easy, even though it's one of the hardest things to do. Let's go ahead and get right into the video.
I wanted to return to a comment you made earlier about the generation of lost boys. You likened them to the Peter Pan movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So when we're talking about Red Pill Media as being a large influence, and I wanted to define that. It's a reference to the Matrix, in which a lot of these media heads talk about unplugging yourself, and it's about waking up to the realization that there is an active attack on masculinity, that men's rights need to be, that men are being oppressed in a way, and that men's rights need to be advocated for. Many people have attributed the Red Pill Media to rise in this almost generation of lost boys. I kind of wanted to get your opinion on kind of like, do you see this generation of lost boys as a failure of, like, say, masculinity, or are there potential other factors, economic, social factors, such as, the death of the American dream, increasing costs of living in America, increased costs of education?
Good question.
Are there any other reasons as to why this generation of lost boys might exist, or do you?
If it's an Audi, it is a Volkswagen.
People are obese because they're eating horrible food. There's a lack of sleep because people are addicted to their cell phones. Niggas don't punch no more. They not getting no vitamin D. Masculinity is an absolute crisis. Sperm count is down 60%. And since 1979, the average man has been losing 1% testosterone each year. A 25-year-old man now has about 20% less testosterone on average than a man his same age in 1979.
Yes, exactly. Testosterone plays perhaps the most important role when it comes to a man's overall health, because it affects not only his physical, but his mental well-being. It plays a vital and important role in his muscle mass, his strength, his bone density, his libido, and his mood. And low testosterone levels have been linked to mood changes, including depression and fatigue, while having adequate levels of testosterone will contribute to a man's overall sense of well-being. And so when someone says to a young man, hey, you feeling down, depressed, you're not feeling good about yourself, you need to get up, get active, start moving, hit the gym, it's a great place to start.
One of them, it's a very good faith question, and thank you. In America, we made a stupid decision in the 1970s, 80s, and 90s to shut down our factories in the middle part of the country and basically disenfranchise and deindustrialize tens of millions of working class men and tell them to go move to the cities and learn to code. I said this in the previous Q&A, but I can again, which is that a family used to be able to be supported on a single income of 35 weeks of labor a year. Now it takes upwards of 60 weeks of labor a year. However, given all the economic and social and all those factors, the largest of all of them is the cultural and the educational that has infantilized men and hyper-feminized them in the messaging, in the outreach, and in the treatment. And so I can give you specific examples.
In what way has the education system infantilized men?
Look at how you dress, brother. And I know that's an unpopular take. You don't got to run to the comments because I already know it's an unpopular take, but look at how you dress. You're at Oxford. Are you not inspired by the tradition? Are you not inspired by the history that's around you, the work that people put into build this building, where great debates have been happening since the construction of the building? Do you not want to put yourself together in a way that reflects the history of the place that you're in? I stay in my house with a hoodie on, I got jeans on, and I have my tennis shoes on while in my house when I work because it makes me feel more productive. How you dress reflects how you feel. It affects how you feel.
Exactly. And studies have shown, you guys can look this up, that the way you dress significantly influences your confidence. And so when you dress in a powerful or professional attire, it plays a role in how you feel about yourself, your competence, and your control. Not only that, it also shows that when you dress well, you're more likely to be taken seriously and treated with respect. And that positive feedback loop of feeling that respect that you're receiving also helps increase your self-esteem and confidence.
The hypermedication of young men from in the core curriculum in America, we learn about toxic masculinity from ages 8 in public schools in California and in New York. We never talk about toxic femininity. Do you agree that there's toxic femininity as well?
Rampant.
I mean, I think it's an unfair double standard.
Why? How can femininity not be toxic masculinity?
Yeah.
I'm not saying they can't be. I think
Do we teach kids about toxic femininity in our schools? No, tell me yes or no.
I mean, I think that they come from two very different places. I think toxic masculinity comes from a level of misogyny, where I think toxic femininity often comes from a reaction to a misogynistic system, which fundamentally oppresses and systematically oppresses women.
In this patriarchy that's oppressive to women, men do all of the hard, dirty, dangerous jobs that make up 92% of workplace deaths because we want to oppress women. In this oppressive patriarchy, we invented modern medicine to make sure that women are safer during childbirth. We invented birth control so that women could have sex with people without having to worry about having children. We have all of these welfare programs that you damn near have to be a woman to even get. Scholarships, homeless shelters, exclusive for women. These are all things that the oppressive patriarchy created for the exclusive benefit of women. I just think that it's very interesting that some people think that a system that is so brutal to men is somehow created to oppress women.
I'm not saying that toxic femininity is a good thing, but I'm saying it's a much more understood and valid reaction to a system of oppression versus toxic masculinity, which oppresses.
Okay. So even if I
he ain't say shit. Everybody clapping like he said some
They're clapping
shit.
like seals, brother. England is cooked.
That ain't said shit.
Are they teaching toxic? Is that term ever been used in a school that you know of?
What term?
Toxic femininity?
No, it's not.
Oh, that's weird. So only one sex gets criticized and called toxic. Maybe that creates a backlash.
Well, because one is creating a system of oppression.
No, that's your interpretation. No, you can make every excuse under the book that you'd like, but only one chromosome set gets criticized, called that they're terrible and awful, and that women basically need to be like go into the corporate world with no reservation. And young men see this pattern in the West and in our country from the authors, from the curriculum, from the music, from the movies. And we see, and of course, again, in the educational system proper, we have seen the infantilization of the young male. And so again, we know the data, you did agree to it, that young men are checking out completely, but we're actually living under a hyper-feminist West that is toxic. What does that mean? Speech police, feelings first, emotion over reason, community over individualism. Is the West stronger as it's become more feminine in the last 30 years? No. In fact, our morale is weaker. We're more suicidal. Our fertility rates are down. We have lost the balance. We've lost the yin and the yang between the male and the female. We lost what worked, and we have hyper-platformed. Your own prime minister, Boris Johnson, when he was talking at a summit, said we need to actually make things more feminine.
I should give it a little more, just in case.
Could you imagine if he said we need to make things more masculine? How does that sound to a dock worker in Brighton or someone in Essex? We need to make things more feminine? No. Instead, we need to restore the balance that God created man and women. And right now, and by the way, you want an example? Adolescence. How does that movie Adolescence not broadly generalize a theme that, first of all, doesn't exist, secondly, is like a slow motion like humiliation ritual for the young boys of Britain? Could you imagine if there was a similar movie criticizing young women that are like how they are the ones that are driving men away, about how catty they are, about how they don't want to be. No, it's fine.
Yeah, what we get with women is actually the exact opposite, where through media, through culture, through indoctrination, we teach women to, hey, overly sexualize yourself because it shows how independent you are. It's how you show that you're empowered. You want to make money, you want to be somebody, just go out and start an OnlyFans.
I'll just complete the point. I could give you data point after data point, and I would ask you the question, has the West grown stronger the more effeminate has become?
Okay, you've said a lot.
Yes, that's how a Q&A works. You ask the question and I answer, so I am the speaker. You know that's how it works.
That's my turn, thank you. Okay, so on your point about adolescence, I don't think adolescence is a generalization. We're not saying that every young boy in the UK is like this. We're not saying every young boy goes through this process. It's an example of what can happen when people fall into this kind of media. I think it's like, and it's more of a story or a warning to what can happen to people that, you know, fall into these bubbles, who don't find the help that they necessarily need, that can turn violent. And like, this is a perfect example of toxic masculinity, in which the boy feels like he's not affirmed in his masculinity and takes that out on women. Like that, we've also then seen, like, within men, like the largest contributor to like men's deaths right now is male suicide. Like, but I would argue that is not a factor of feminization, but instead a factor of masculinity. The idea that men can't be in touch with their feelings. You talked about feelings.
Well, if that's the case, why weren't suicide rates higher when men were more masculine?
Right.
Effeminate. So
that's exactly what I was just thinking. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Like, men not allowed to talk about their feelings. These are large contributors to a massive problem within men's spaces that lead to what is the highest contributor to men's death, suicide. And I think this idea that, you know, men simply go back to work and if they're economically assured, then suddenly everything is fine. And, you know, men's mental health was never an issue before, like the 90s or whatever it was, when we used to start affirming men's mental health, I think is an unfair, it's an unfair point to make. And I think it doesn't speak to a lot of issues that a lot of young men face. And I think it's a dishonest way to go about talking about this conversation. Let's go to the point about male suicide and masculinity not being allowed to affirm.
So to your point, if it was true that men have always been miserable, why have the suicide rates gone up?
Right.
Well, because we've started recording suicides better. It's not to say that suicides didn't occur on this level. It's just we simply have better ways of recording. And
that's rubbish, and you know it. Body bags are data that transcends any sort of manipulation.
Right.
It was a self-inflicted gun wound or being hung. It was not like a mass reporting issue 60 years ago in this country or in the West. It is a material fact because we know it's happening in the Anglosphere. It's happening in Australia. It's happening in America. It's happening all across Europe, that suicide rates of men are going up. Depression is going up. They are correlated together. It's not a reporting issue. There's something undergirding it. And in fact, just one other thing, your own prime minister endorsed adolescence. He sent out a tweet saying, I was shocked to the core when I watched this film and everyone should watch it. So that is an endorsement from the top leader, other than, you know, the king of this country, of endorse. I don't even know, may the king endorse it.
I mean, an endorsement is not a generalization.
Well, hold on. No. He said, I'm troubled to the core of what this could become. And you have to, again, that is one example of thousands that I could give, one that is the most applicable to here to this country. And I guess I would just ask this question in closing. Do you think men would be happier if they're married and providing for a family?
I don't think marriage or the institution of marriage is the only way a man can be happy.
That's not what I said. I said generally happier. Do you think men will be generally happier if they're married, providing, and have children?
Talk to him.
I don't think that's a necessary factor to contribute to
Then what is your solution to bring about male happiness in the West? Mine is men get married, have children, and provide. What is yours?
His cry. Men cry. Boys should cry.
I think an affirmation of their emotions.
You don't even know.
There it is. And I called it. I promise I have not seen this video yet, and I called it because that's the only solution that they have. Make men behave like girls and act like girls and express their emotions like girls, or they're not good men. If boys don't behave like girls because there are a small minority of boys that are violent, then that must mean that they're violent, and that means that they're toxically masculine. That's not how life works for young men. Young men could be on the side of the road literally dying if they don't help themselves, if they don't learn how to help themselves. The world doesn't care. The world doesn't care about a young man crying. Women can be emotional because if a woman's on the side of the road and she's crying, somebody's going to pull over and help her. If a woman's crying online, somebody's always going to come save the day. But that's not how men operate. And if you want a man to feel useless and want to drive him into suicide, tell him to just cry about his problems instead of solving his problems.
Society shows us each and every day, every hour, every minute, every second, how little they care about men. I think the Sha'Carri Richardson situation with her in that airport and how she was able to attack her boyfriend, push him around constantly, throw things at him, and how no single person, I'm not talking about the police who came on the scene, that's their job. I'm talking about just no citizen, no person going through that airport stopped to help that man, stopped and said, hey, this is wrong. Now, we know if the roles were reversed, there would have been a crowd of not only women, but men there to back her up and say, hey, don't hit that woman. You can't do that to her. But when most people see a man going through something, they don't care. They expect him to handle it himself and figure it out, and they'll just step over him.
To get started in data analytics, you don't need previous experience or a degree. The Google Data Analytics
you
Certificate
need to just shut the fuck up about to get up off the face, right? That's
Like
what you gotta do.
exist.
I think an openness to allowing men to express themselves in whichever way they want, even if that is in a more effeminate way or a Western, typically effeminate way. I don't think it's about ostracization. I don't think it's about
Men express themselves through creation, not through crying.
promoting
Right.
one simple institution of living and disregarding all of those else. Men are free to live single, men are free to be in gay relationships. I don't think that the institution of marriage privileges one to a life of happiness over any other way of living.
So of course you have the agency to do
That's
that.
so stupid.
With all due respect, have you been to London the last 10 years? Men can do whatever they want.
I live in London.
Are they happier? Men can dress how they want. Men can act how they want. And go to any club. Has it worked?
Yeah, but also we've had austerity. There are other factors outside of simply just
You see what you're doing, respectfully. You're scrambling for an excuse to get away from the truth that's right in front of you.
I mean,
maybe men should get married and have children.
Okay, but I think
because it's worked for 2,000 years.
Yeah, but for that to work, we have to get the government out of our families. The government cannot be involved in our love lives. They should not be legislating our love lives. We have to get the government out of family. We got to get the government out of dictating who gets to see their children. A man shouldn't have to go through a government system in order to see his own children. That is absolutely crazy.
Yep, exactly. And I wish it was simple as, hey, men get married and start families and things will work out okay. But we know that's not how it goes, especially when you have women who initiate a majority of the divorces.
Interesting. Can I challenge you on that, though? Sure. Why is it that the men of much poorer African and Asian countries don't have suicide issues, yet they have no money?
How do we know that?
Oh, we know. Again, by empirical third-party reported data from the UN, from the US State Department, there is not a suicide crisis in sub-Saharan Africa. There's not a suicide crisis in Southeast Asia with young men.
Because they're
So
based.
explain to me that phenomenon. They're materially wealthy. They're not materially wealthy, and yet they're harming themselves. So why would you then say it's austerity?
Wait, sorry, say that again?
Okay, you're looking for another explanation for male unhappiness.
Yes.
I'm pointing to you to a part of the world that actually does value marriage and does have children, but they have no money. So therefore, how could you say it is a material problem why the men of London, who can dress how they want, go to whatever bar they want, are not happy?
Because it's more than one reason. Like there are multiple factors. It's not even just economic. There's economic, there's social, there's like religious pressures. There's so many, like you cannot boil down a societal issue to like one.
And I acknowledge
issue.
that, right? I even at the beginning, remember, I'm saying the biggest, the one that has an exponent on it, is that we have a biological urge that God gave us when he designed us, which is to be fruitful and multiply, for men to provide for the family. And when we suppress that, and we say that you can go live whatever lifestyle you would like, as already happens in the West. We have Exhibit A. We have a serious suicide, mental health, anxiety, depression issue. So I would just ask you to think over the next couple of days, months, or years, why is it that men in countries that barely have toilets and do not have 2 pounds to rub together, but they do have kids and they do have a wife, are much happier than someone with a big flat in downtown London? Something to think about.
I mean, I think happiness is a difficult idea to conflate in that sense. I mean,
they're less likely to kill themselves. Forget all these happiness indexes. If you kill yourself, you're not happy, right?
In the West, I think we prioritize for far too long the wrong things. And so now it's about getting that shiny new object, hoping that it will fill the void and have you feel better about yourself. But it's only temporary because it's false. And even though we live in a time now where we have more technology at our disposal, at a touch of a button, you could have a package delivered to your door. We have more modern day conveniences than ever before. And I think there's just a major part of the human experience that's being neglected right now. I remember looking at a report speaking about how family reunions aren't as common anymore. So we're losing traditions, which is important. And you can't put a dollar amount on. In many cases, the things that you just can't put a price tag on, family, camaraderie, friendship, those are the things that are truly important that are being neglected nowadays. Anyway, guys, questions, comments, thoughts, and your feedback, drop them down below. I appreciate when you guys chime in. Don't forget you enjoy any part of the content. Smash the like button for more. Subscribe to the channel. And as always, until next time.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a little bit more crazier than that. He said got heated, man. Ain't nothing heated about that. Played my ass up with that damn title.
So that's how they're growing so fast. They're hiring freelancers. Look what they're doing with AI experts.
Unbelievable. That dog almost looks real.
Grow your business with freelance AI experts. Fiverr.
Space, the new frontier. For one of my billboards, wherever there is or will be people, there's sure to be accidents, and insurance companies willing to go to great lengths to deny claims. Well, too bad, because I go to greater lengths, and I win big.
Oh, you ain't know what that was. That's why shit.
So I see this clip going viral with the WTF media block about this man who looked familiar, but why do I know him? Who is he? Talking about white women. I sent it to the group chat. I said, how do we remove it? Get it out. Of course, it's the LA studio. Athlete and white women. And I was like, bruh. What was the take? Why did you hate the take? What was it? So from what I can remember, and I would love for you to say, it was something about white women being more like docile, submissive, and less argumentative. Okay.
Yes.
He
So
just
they
said yes.
appreciate more. I asked him, why do athletes like white women?
And
he
I
said they appreciate more and they apologize more.
They appreciate more? Oh, please.
Listen, she asked me why. I don't know from my experience. So this is just like a educated guess, because I'm seeing cats and I'm hearing it from dudes who date white girls who are black, who date outside their race, period. They just like, man, it's just, you know, for them, they're like, you know, black women these days are too masculine to where, you know, they want you to apologize to them for everything.
If you do something wrong,
like,
you need to apologize.
And when they feel like they don't do nothing wrong, you're like, dang, like
that's not masculine. That's delusional. Just because I'm masculine don't mean I'm running around apologize. Masculinity ain't got nothing to do with apology. Yeah. But majority of them are perfectly fine with confronting you. That's masculine. Confrontation is masculine. Yeah. You wanting an apology is not really masculine. So actually, he could be saying that. He said they want an apology for everything. Yeah, he could be saying that they confront you by saying, apologize. You should say you're sorry. He could be saying that. I'm not going to say that's what he's saying, but I'm trying to be good faith.
It's just that's what it was.
I ain't
That's
gonna
how
hold you.
that
No
came
woman
out.
is asking a man to apologize for something he didn't do wrong. So
Yeah,
if a
you are.
woman is
That's a
demanding
lie.
an apology or
Yes, you
holding
are.
a man accountable, there is
What?
nothing wrong with you showing up and
Yeah, right.
apologizing to me if you did something.
No.
Yeah, but man, we be feeling like, damn, you gotta apologize for being 1 minute late. Cause y'all mad and y'all feelings. That is 1 minute. Like, get over it.
We are not having
that's-
fits over 1 minute late.
Yes, y'all
I'm
is.
having fits over 15. Okay, I think a 15-minute grace
Man,
period is
30,
fine.
30 should be like, all right.
30? For like a date? Like, I
generally don't eat at restaurants where you should even be seated without the entire party.
30?
It depends on who it is. It depends on who it is.
30 minutes?
All right, listen.
Who it is?
It depends on who it is.
See, this the
if it's a baller, he could be an hour late.
An hour? Oh,
Come
no.
on now. Come on now.
See, no.
Okay, I have to pose this question.
No, bro. So, as far as like,
Are we in this brain of, I feel like most women we know, most black women, most women in this, I don't really know bum anymore. I did when I was young.
That's that Sarah. That's that Fonte. She's becoming like, what's that grass? It's crabgrass. They're eating. They're becoming all of it now. I don't know broke women. Then the other lady, I don't know broke women. Then you'll find a lady who only makes $30,000. Because I don't know any broke women. And you got to address the one that used to be bald-headed that was trying to imply women don't try to demand apologies for everything. That's a lie. Women ask for apologies when they fart. You made a face, you grimaced. Apologize.
Pretty much every woman in my life is doing well at something. Does the baller ever value that he got a lit? And by that, I mean literally what she's doing in life. Are they excited by the fact that they're meeting somebody that might be smartest, might be academic, might say master's in her bio? Like,
God damn it! Why would we care? You can't make this shit up.
I don't think men care about that.
and I'm asking that question genuinely because that's how you really then measure why, if it's a baller, he don't give a about being late.
What the are you talking about, man?
All right, let me tell you this. So ballers, they not looking for that.
Whoa.
They're not looking for what part? The masters, the lit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now let's just say it's the lit Instagram. Is she expected then to wait when you know every other?
You read about the cursor hype on Twitter, went to give it a try. Seemed to work really well on small projects and things you were bootstrapping, 0 to 1 stuff at the weekend, but when you tried it on some real work, it started to struggle. Let's take a look. I'll jump into Cursor and ask a question about this 20,000 file codebase I have here, a task I'm trying to complete. The default mode for chat doesn't include the whole codebase, so let's try again. I will ask the whole codebase. And Cursor will take some time to look at its index. This is actually a 10-minute old index, and there's some off-the-shelf RAG components being used to power this. And what we see a lot of the time is that this just plucks out parts of the codebase that aren't relevant at all. So it's finding some data structures here, but these are really not things that I want to edit. It's also asking for more information here, the stuff it couldn't find. So enter Augment that has a real-time index of your codebase and is designed to scale to these really large codebases. It responds instantly, it holds this index already, and it understands the data structure.
Nobody care about this. Nobody care about that.
That was just gross what you just said. Ew. He's not looking for a lady who has a master's and has this career thing. And then you go to an Instagram lady who has a bunch of guys sending her dingus pictures. Oh yeah, I gotta take her serious. The lady whose phone is filled with nothing but dick pics. I gotta take her serious though. Listen to what she just said. She knew to go to the Instagram models because everybody see that these athletes now are stupid.
Why would she then wait for that baller when she's probably got a bigger one on the phone?
You got no
Or a bigger one, or a bigger one.
Now hold on a goddamn minute. You mean you got another nigga willing to have sex with you? That's what you mean, a baller, a bigger baller. No, you on a date, bitch. That other nigga's not going on a date with you. He gonna fly you to his house. And then guess what y'all eating for dinner? Dick and coochie. That's what's getting ate tonight. It's gonna be explicit.
Yeah, but
why would he be on time for that when he has another Instagram on his line too?
Okay.
Right.
Oh.
So it's kind of like, do we live in a world of a reality where people feel like they have options? So there's the Instagram dating, never really courting then when you're a baller. Like, is there ever any intentionality?
I'm not gonna lie, that's my thing. Like, even right now, I know, like, don't really want a relationship, but I'm like looking for to like fill my roster. You know what I mean? And for
You mean you're a tramp bucket? I'm not dating much. I'm just looking for things to, like, destroy my innards. Make me feel less than when I talk to somebody I actually want to be with. Destroy my peer bonding skills. Oh yeah, I really want to be with this guy, but all those other things are in my head because I was with all those guys. I got to make sure I shield them from this guy because I don't want to be shamed.
For me, whether we're having casual, seeing each other, dating, to me, consideration is the biggest thing right now. Because consideration is respect. Whether we are in a relationship or not, if you inside me, if you coming into my home, if we're spending time together, I think that there needs to be a level of respect. And if you can't consider me in certain aspects, then I ain't gonna with you.
Are the ballers late to meetings? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, with the level of talent I've worked with in the last 5 years, literally the rappers that I forgot about were late. Not anybody that's doing well is less than 10 minutes, or is more than 10 minutes late.
Because y'all was on time.
You absolutely were on time.
I love that.
Athletes are on time.
I'm always
typically.
early.
Oh, they have discipline.
I'm always early.
Yes, he's always on time. But I will say this. And you might not like this, but in my opinion, I think that every woman brings something different out of a man. I've dated ballers and all type of men, and because of who I am as a woman, it brings something different. The same that takes you to Sizzler takes me to Ruth Chris. It's not going to ever be the same. And I think that as a woman, you can demand that, your presence alone, your aura. And if you feel like he's wasting your time, leave. You ain't got to stay there.
But the
And
white
you-
women don't wait. That's what
Ruth
Paul
Chris is
said.
disgusting.
Right.
You said the white women will wait?
And the white women are not going to challenge you to be a better man either.
Here we go again.
The white women are not going to make you become the best version of yourself.
Why you
The white
saying
woman
that?
is not going to push you
Why you
up the hill.
judging them?
The women
How
you're
you know?
talking about that's going to
No.
sit and
Why
just
you
wait there.
judging white
I'm
women?
not judging
You
them.
are. You just
Fact alert. If you go look at athletes with white women that are successful athletes, right? Yeah. Those white women go get degrees in physical.
If you're a producer who hates AI, this plugin might change your mind. This is Reimagining Co-Producer. You can take any sample you find and
Like, what's the stuff so that they can help them with like injuries?
Athletic directors and
Yeah,
physical
they
therapy.
get those degrees, right? They get degrees in
Accounting.
things- Yeah, something to help him do his business. Go look them up. Go look up the athletes, football and basketball wives, right? The white ones that everybody want to pretend don't exist.
Yeah.
Those women actually go get degrees that help that guy. She was helping him in college. You don't know what the you're talking about.
And you want to know another thing they do? If they do those things, or if they don't do those things, you know what they do?
Shut up.
That. And they stay off the internet.
You gotta go find them niggas wives.
This lady, Azar, I dated all these people and nobody stayed. But she's gonna say that they were bad people or say that I was dumb before. Now I've been found.
And bitches that like all of them niggas was dating in Gotham. Nothing but criminals and outs.
just judge.
Right.
That's not. That's just,
You judge black women with your statement.
What did I judge? How did I judge black women?
Because you just said black women are not going to sit
gonna
up and
yell
wait
for
for you.
1
They're going to
minute.
yell after 1 minute. So if we're going to make a general statement, I'm going to make a general statement. And my general statement is, if we talking about any woman that's going to sit up and wait for a man for 30 minutes, clearly they don't respect themselves. They don't value their time. So at the end of the day, that type of woman isn't going to challenge you. If I'm
You know what's wild? Even what she's saying, which is why it's crazy, is because he made a statement about women, right? Black women. He dates black women. And then the other ones, the guys, they date white women. You're making a statement about white women. How many of those you slept with?
Her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you know these white women doing these things you're saying? So they come up to you and say, oh yeah, I just let him do whatever he wants. I don't have no respect for myself.
That's the same bitch that was talking about women in other countries are dumb.
And said they get boo-booed on.
She'll say whatever to make herself feel better about herself.
Yep. And I think those glasses are fake.
I'm gonna let you walk all over me, then that's not gonna make you a better man. That's gonna make you be more. I'm gonna actually bring more negativity out of you because I'm gonna allow you to enable you more.
All right, so
allow you to be.
You can't stop a nigga from doing what he's doing.
God damn.
No, listen though.
Oh my God, I almost feel
I
bad
gotta
for three
see
of us.
where we at. It depends on like where we at in our relationship or what we doing. Based on, I gotta base it off of that.
He
Like, if
loves
I'm-
to
if I'm-
backtrap.
No. Because think about it. If I just met you, I get it. But like if we've been kicking it for like 3 months and I'm 30, that's disrespect. Like, and then now every time I start being 30 to 45 late.
Every time.
Like
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. My ex actually said that it was so uncomfortable. I guilted him into being on time, and I didn't like that. Well, this is what he said, which was some bullshit. But it's because if he was like even 5 minutes late, my mind went to, oh my God, he's dead.
The night is ruined. The night is ruined.
I would create so much anxiety for him to be on time that he said it made him uncomfortable. But I was like, nigga, be on time then.
Yeah.
And he was always on time. And then when we broke up, he said that I created just like a anxious environment because I demanded him to be on time. And I was like, well, nigga, and you were. And I thought it was a great thing for you to do that. He was like, yeah, but
here's the real
I don't
question,
be on time.
right? The clip was about athletes, specifically with white women.
Okay.
Are the athletes or men in high power actually needing women to be that much more quiet, submissive? I actually don't even want to use the word submissive because I believe Black women love to live in femininity, especially high.
Not even going to lie.
You are crazy. Niggas spreading them lies. Them bitches is Kimbo Slice. They Kimbo Slice the kids. Every Black person got a mama who put that belt tag. Everyone got that. This is the most feminine. They always live in femininity. We the most educated. You flex on something you don't even have. There's a good amount of them who flex on, I actually hit guys. That's crazy. I fight men.
Empowered women, I'm meeting a lot of them
They
being
do.
like, I want to step back.
They do.
Is it really like you really just need someone to shut the up because you got too much going on? We hear this a lot. You aren't the first person to say this. That clip was just hot because they haven't.
Yeah.
But men are always saying this about white women. Sometimes Latinas as well. They don't say nothing. They do this, they do that, whatever, right? We hear this. And so then we can only assume high-powered men, ballers, athletes, celebrities, really do want women to shut the fuck up.
It depends, because most women be saying some stupid shit. like, you know what I'm saying?
Yo.
A lot.
A lot
You
of
just
them
said
be
they
just
just
saying
saying
some
some
stupid shit.
So that's why they should shut the fuck up.
Yeah, some people like
Why wouldn't they? Yeah, that lady we just listened to, what's her name? Mackie? Christina. She ain't say nothing but stupid shit over and over again.
The entire
dumb thing
time.
after dumb thing. And she felt so empowered by being able to just
What
say
was I gonna
dumb
look for?
You saw Cam Newton's face? If you're dumb, you're gonna say dumb things. You can't do nothing else. Words is what you got. So you feel more empowered to be able to use the one thing that you got, which is words. They ain't gotta lead nowhere. They ain't gotta connect. You don't gotta prove none of this shit they be saying. Hell, you can pronounce them wrong.
I've been out with girls and it'd be a group like this, and when they get to talking, I'm like,
Getting a pay raise starts with a certificate.
Making a career pivot starts with a certificate.
More time with my family starts with the certificate.
Advancing my career.
you gotta keep it down. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Keep it down.
Like, it's just like, damn, it's better if you just don't start talking, making friends, because you make it, it's bad. It's been a lot of those. It's been a lot of those.
Okay,
Yeah.
look,
So,
he
that's why a lot of men be like, man, you just come out, fill the room out. I hate a girl that I'm with just making friends with everybody they just met. Like, damn, you getting everybody at the table number. We just got here.
Oh my God.
Wait, other women, you don't like that?
No, did I not just tell you I hate a man that moves like that too? I literally just, the nigga who I unfollowed, I saw him in a club environment and I literally said he was moving like a bottle server and I was disgusted. I said, why are you pouring drinks for all these bitches? Why are you talking to everybody? Just go sit over there and look.
That's how you make more money. Being a social person, actually, that's business. Well, maybe he didn't have a job. then she would be correct. Why are you talking to everybody and you don't work? Go sit your broken. But if he had money, which I don't think she's gonna talk to a guy who ain't got money, listening to these heifers, that's how you make money. Yeah. Socializing. Now the lady that's with this guy who got money, no, he don't want you socializing. Yeah, you're gonna end up like Mrs. Mackey, where at the end of you're like, I should write like 7 books. I got so many friends. I really hate her. Oh, they're like, listen, she snuck it on me, bro. Cause I'm like, she's making a lot of sense. Then at some point I'm like, oh, this is dumb. But you really despise this lady. You gonna sit here and keep trying to sell that trash album. I haven't listened to your album yet, miss. I'm not going to. I'm sorry.
Friendly and be fine. I was so mad that he was in
wanted him to be
everybody's
a
face.
woman.
So I
Yeah,
get the
she
same
did.
thing.
What?
I said, why are you pouring drinks for all these bitches? Why are you talking to everybody? Just go sit over there and look unfriendly and be fine. I was so mad that he was in everybody's face. So I get the same thing.
No, this is different with girls.
Wait, really? I feel like it's nice to see girls not be bitches.
No, you don't have to be a bitch, but I get it. So like, I have a homegirl who she'll be around. Next thing you know,
She got the brother number, the homie number, all this shit, and then now you're not even being invited
Okay, wait,
around.
I'm not. You don't sound like you're talking about that.
No, talking about.
No, I'm talking about females.
You don't like friends. Wait, girls.
Y'all will get out and y'all look at each other. Oh, girl, you're so pretty. Oh, I like your nails. Where'd you get your nails done? Oh, give me your number. I need to find that out.
Don't do that because they just did that.
I know. That's
oh, why are you doing?
No. But y'all do it to like 10 people right there. And it's like, yeah, you just was friends. You just friend up the whole room.
Don't give me another tequila shot.
Damn.
Don't let me go in the bathroom.
It's when the drinks come out too, and it's like, damn.
At Echo Park Automotive, we work for stars. 5 of them per guest to be exact. Over 77,000 5-star reviews and counting. See, nothing makes us smile more than to see every single one of our cars with a happy owner. That's why we offer up to $2,000 more for your used car and over half.
That's damn. She.
Hold on, can y'all give us insight? I want to ask
I
now.
knew it. I knew
know
it.
who
That's
the
what
fuck
I
I
was
am
gonna
in the
say.
bathroom. I'm gonna make it best.
I was just gonna say it. So you know why he don't like that shit? Because when you a nigga that cheat and do dumb shit, when that friends with everybody, they all like to tell it, it's the T-app. That was what the T-app used to, before the T-app existed. If she knew enough women, she would catch you doing stupid shit. So all you're saying is he trying to cover his tracks? He was saying, yeah, I don't like extra friendly women. Because he wasn't talking about her being friends with niggas. He's talking about her being friends with women. Because women be like, is that him? Send a text to her and she be like, where you at? Why you asking where I'm at? She snitched. One of her friends told on you.
Oh my God, I
And the
love you
best
so
friend in the
much.
bathroom. See what I'm
Paul,
saying?
Alex, do niggas in the bathroom not do this?
We don't talk at all.
Nah. Well, I don't like it
Is it
for
because
me.
your dick's out?
No, listen, I don't like it for me because I don't need them talking to everybody about me.
Oh, that's
what it is.
Oh, you invite all the girls around that done sucked your dick, and now you don't want them to be able to talk about you. Like, is that the problem?
It's just
that all these girls around.
I'm private.
I told you.
So like, the
that's
more
it.
friends you got,
You are
it's
not
so
match up the
much.
story,
Paul,
bitch.
we all saw you on Instagram Live throwing money with on the floor. You are not very private, sir.
You didn't see that. You didn't see that.
We didn't see that.
No,
that ain't never happened.
There was no money involved.
There's no money involved. There's no money involved.
That is hilarious. I'm not playing with you. You know what?
I get it though, because when I was younger, I used to kind of be that way, and I've noticed like you're doing too much. Like a woman who wants to be too friendly and too in the mix. Sometimes it's like slow down, like chill out.
Because I done seen
like,
girls.
You know what I mean? Like
this is,
we relax.
sorry, but to make
Are
the
you?
bigger point to this, sorry, but like the reason, I didn't give the reason I don't like that. So the reason I don't like that because I've had girls become friends with those girls to try to get closer to me. And that's what they do, and they don't. The girl that you with don't see that. You know what I'm saying?
I've experienced this with my homeboys and girls.
you know what
And
I'm
I
saying?
see all of that. I don't.
That was a good way of trying to fix it. Yeah, he saved himself. That was good. Don't believe it. But that was good.
I don't trust nobody. So I'll be like, especially if you're out with a certain type of caliber of man, like he's somebody, he's a celebrity or whatever. When you are around that, women and anybody, women, men, they all want to get close to that person in some type of way or capacity. And then you're getting friends with them and they're asking questions or they're saying slick shit. And it's like, I don't have time for all of that. Like even me and Paul, when we're just out on some cool, like with other people, I'm so mean. Like I'll be like, no, move back. Like because it gets overwhelming. It's like, chill out. Like we don't need everybody in the mix when you're out with those type of people.
It sounds like what she's saying is that her and Paul might be. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I heard. You can't just do that. My mind wanders. Big screen. Yeah, so first off, they were just full out lying for black women. Black women like to be in their femininity. I like chocolate. I know that's not true what you just said. I know I got to learn the little kinks and find a way to make this thing happen. But then again, I ain't never date a white lady. They also was lying about, they don't just be trying to make you apologize for everything. That's a lie. Fucking lie. They make you apologize for their ups. It's like children. If my child falls down, hurt herself, doing something I told him not to do, and you bring it up, you know what's sad? I'm not gonna apologize. I pick him up. And I'll be like, you all right? Yeah, you up, right? I'm not cuddling you. You're a grown-ass woman. Yours is better than mine. How do I fix it? Listen. You know you can drive cars, right? You listen to people who gave you the rules to the road. You listen to the officer. Listen. My child will have trouble listening to the officer sometimes. You know why? What they think, He wants to move. That's it. My child's gonna keep wanting to move. Put your hands up. Oh, that's your child. It's crazy how comfortable a lot of them are with just like attacking white women because the athlete got with them. Yeah, he wants to get with her. Why? Because she'll lick his taint. She'll accept boo-boo on her chest. That nigga didn't do no research on what them white wives of them athletes are. I did because I was tired of black women saying this. I'm like, maybe they right. Maybe there's something going on. I look like, you're a liar. Those women have degrees, and it just so happens their degrees are to help their goddamn husband. They don't really do anything except for when they get ready to leave, they take everything from you.
Basically.
Ocho Cinco headbutted somebody. I don't think she was white, was she? She wasn't black. Right in the head. You might be right. She might have been Spanish because they was in Miami. Was it a wife? No, it was his girlfriend. It was supposed to be, they was engaged, I think. No, she was black. Holy shit. No. Yep. She was black. Yeah. A sister, a queen. Yep. A chocolate drop. She wasn't chocolate. Caramel. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, you ain't know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, man.
It's not a good look for brands and things like that you are a married woman and pregnant by another man. And your last baby with your husband is not even a year old. It's a horrible look.
For a few months now, it's been speculated that Cardi B is pregnant. Of course, a lot of blogs have been saying that, but again, they're just gossip blogs. There was no truth to it.
Last time I ate White Castle, I was pregnant with my son. Boy, the way that I had diarrhea, I thought I was gonna shit my son out.
The last time you were pregnant, huh?
What?
Cardi B was eating a whole lot on her streams and just eating weird things. And people said, well, that's what happens when you're pregnant. But no sweat. I mean, she wasn't really showing as much. Then on August 27th, we saw Cardi B coming back from court. You know, she is in a civil case right now. And again, she looks very, very pregnant. And even when she was on live, she addressed it.
We're 30 weeks pregnant. No, you stupid fucking out of breath because I got asthma, not because of that fuck up. Always the be funny in this. I fucking be funny in this bitch before you get fucking blocked. Now put your ass on a motherfucking cock hole. Stupid ass comment. Don't put that shit on me. Anyways.
Woo! Now here, Cardi B is roasting somebody that says she looks 38 weeks pregnant, and she's not 38 weeks pregnant because that would mean she'd be having a baby tomorrow.
Got him!
But definitely, Cardi B is pregnant. By Stefan Diggs.
Damn!
That's art! Now, Cardi B has all the support in the world, despite whatever she does. But not everybody agrees with Cardi B's decision to get pregnant by Stefan Diggs.
Cardi likes to put her stuff off as doing top tier shit. Really, she's been on some bottom barrel shit for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Getting pregnant while you're married, sleeping with Steph. I mean, even as a mother, how much do you really love your children? If you are out here dealing with a man like Stefan Diggs, this is who you want to be the stepdaddy to your children? A man that we all saw passing out drugs on a boat is who you're choosing to be the stepfather to your children if he will marry you?
No, this level of accountability is interesting.
Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about.
A lady saying, Cardi B, you're still married. And not only are you pregnant, you're pregnant by a man who was on the boat with some ladies, giving them some drugs. And what's so funny, not only was he doing that, but Cardi B was on the boat with them too.
Got him!
Right.
But it gets more interesting.
Is that an ulcer or is she pregnant? Because to be pregnant by your boyfriend while you're still married is some next level whole work, okay? Like, and I don't care how much fucking money you have, that's some ghetto ass nasty work. But to be pregnant by your gay boyfriend while you're still married, now you on some shit, go and play in the yard with Lil Nas X, okay?
Now, this
What?
lady says that Cardi B's boyfriend is gay. But Stefan Diggs is also under some level of allegation from a former hairstylist that's saying that, hey, Stefan Diggs assaulted him. Now, if you know Stefan Diggs, he's
What?
very fashionable. Some people may call it metrosexual. And of course, there are allegations about his sexuality himself.
All I keep seeing is posts about the little Stefan Diggs boy, and I'm like, now does some of his mannerisms tickle my gaydar a little bit? Maybe. But why is it a thing? Like, why is it a big deal?
And while this can't be proven about Stefan Diggs being gay, we definitely know that Stefan Diggs indeed is a ladies' man. He's known for pumping and dumping. Would you clap yourselves? Apparently, he does that very well. And this brings this whole conversation to something else.
The clap-a-thon.
First of all, Cardi B
Bring the
left
clappers.
Offset, who was cheating. That was the whole ordeal. Offset even admitted to it. He said, hey, it's how the game goes. I did her wrong, and so now I gotta face the consequences. And of course, if Cardi B wanted to do better for herself, then you would think that she would not get with a man like Offset. But in fact, she got with a man just like Offset, if not worse. But not only that, at least Offset married her. This person is unmarried to her, and that person is Stefan Diggs. You just had a baby last year, and now you're having a baby with another guy this year. It's not just that Stefan Diggs has Cardi B pregnant. It's this news that's actually the worst.
Just got word from a very credible source that there's a girl that he's been courting for quite some time. He sent her Mother's Day gifts, sent her watches and shit on Valentine's Day and everything like that. But now she is now pregnant with babies. This is her Instagram. And so right now he's got 3 babies on the way and just had one born like 3 months ago.
On June 16th, 2025, Tasha K reported that Stefan Diggs has another baby on the way.
Let's
and
go.
He's still living in the same house as his other baby mama. Allegedly, this would be his 3rd kid this year, and
Let's
that
go.
was in June. So
Turn
if
the
that
F up.
was 3 kids on the way, this definitely makes 4. So then the question is, if you got
big
tired
time,
of
big
Offset
time money.
cheating on you and doing bad by you, then
Why
what
would
is
you
the
go deal
point
with
of having
Stefan
a baby
Diggs? Exactly.
by a man who also is still living in the same house as his other baby moms?
Mhm.
He's probably not going to be a full-time father to your kid, and he's not going to raise the other kids that you have. And this is where the rubber meets the road. You see, a lot of the ladies out there were blaming Offset for basically being a bad husband, and this is what he gets to see, Stefan Diggs step in his place. But just because Offset was a cheater and not a good husband, it doesn't validate the choice that Cardi B made. And the reason why Cardi B made the choice with Offset is very simple. Because Cardi B can't do any better than a guy like Offset or Stefan Diggs. If you didn't know, Cardi B has certain songs out there called, WAP. And if you listen to her music and what she talks about and how she presents herself, it's quite obvious that Cardi B only attracts a certain kind of man. All right. We all saw how she was going back and forth with Offset online, cussing him out on lives. And if a man that really wanted to deal with her, even if he was really attracted to her, it would be turned off if he was a guy that was kind of private because of how she was doing so much stuff just on the internet. It was already a turnoff. So the best that she could do was somebody like Stefan Diggs. And here's the worst part. Stefan Diggs is going to get a kid out of Cardi B, and he never had to marry her. Woo! This is kind of what my theory is for a lot of successful dudes out there, and you split up with your ex-girlfriend or ex-wife. What tends to happen is it could be your fault, right? Like why the relationship made a mistake. But just because it was your fault, it doesn't automatically mean that she's going to go to somebody that's greater or somebody better. because she still has to enter in the market. Just like somebody who got fired for no reason. You could have gotten fired from a really good job for no reason. And just because you got fired for no reason and got done wrong, it doesn't mean that you're going to go out to the open market and just get a better job. The market will come and get you if you're a great candidate. And we see this all the time for very talented people. We've seen it all the time with someone like Steve Jobs, who gets fired from Apple and then starts Pixar and then goes back to Apple. That's somebody who is actually valuable in the market. But Cardi B is not as valuable on the dating market as she is in the music industry. And remember, she was still having sex with Stefan Diggs when she was pregnant with Offset Baby.
Right.
And you're only doing that because you don't have any viable options. Cardi B, in my honest opinion, is a broken woman anyway. And so if you're broken as a lady, it doesn't really matter if you have a lot of money or not. It doesn't really matter if you have a lot of fame or not. You still just don't make very good decisions.
Serious traders are seizing control with a Forex.com VIP account.
And Cardi B just doesn't make good decisions. And so now she's back to exactly where she started from. She's just doing it with a different man. She got rid of Offset, but she didn't get rid of her bad dating choices and her low value in men. And the reason why she keeps attracting low value in men is because Cardi B exhibits low value behavior in herself. And you can blame anybody else you want as to why you have these sorts of folks in your life. But if you are not elevating, the people around you won't elevate. And this is the sad and tragic story of many ladies out there like Cardi B, many ladies out there who are successful, many ladies out there who are beautiful. Just because somebody is beautiful and is rich and they have a lot of money and opportunity, it doesn't mean they have romantic opportunities, because typically romantic opportunities for women are not based on how much money you have. Typically, most women that have a whole lot of money, a whole lot of opportunity, will for sure almost date men who have less than them. Now, Cardi B does have a lot of money, but Stefan Diggs is, probably makes less money than she does. And it's not going to be a long-term relationship. It'll be a short-term relationship. She'll have 3 kids by Offset, 1 kid by Stefan Diggs, and then the next guy she'll be dating might even be broker than me. Woo! And the cycle will continue and continue and continue until it keeps getting worse and worse and worse. We've seen this with certain people like Amber Rose. We've seen this with Keyshia Cole. I mean, mistakes just keep compounding and compounding, and then you wonder why they keep making worse and worse mistakes. Is because they've never learned. And when you never learn how to actually be valuable in the dating market, you keep getting with people who are less valuable. And it only happens because you don't realize that in the dating market, you're less valuable. So what am I trying to say? If you don't really value what somebody of value wants, then you don't get valuable things in return. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Drunk. For all you do, subscribe to the bell. We're out.
Instead of getting a finance degree, what if you could figure out when and where Wall Street institutions were buying and selling, so you can place trades and investments alongside them instead of against them? It's all about locating their financial footprints, and that's exactly what we'll show you in our free workshop. It's a true breakthrough for knowing when to buy and sell.
Shut up.
I woke up early and went down the rabbit hole of the Denisha Carter and Khalil drama mess. Just, I don't even know what to call that situation. And like, the craziest part to me is like low key finding out that Denisha Carter is an actual person. I can't be the only person that felt like the uncanny valley effect every time I looked at her. Like, I'm not trying to like say nothing about her. She is beautiful, but there's just like like, I just thought she wasn't real. I thought she was AI. Like, I was just like, oh, every time she'd pop up, I keep scrolling. Like, not today, Skynet, not today. Like, Khalil, what do you got going on that you got her faking a whole baby to get you back? Like,
Carter, pick up the phone. They are saying you're crazy and broke. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this dude here named Khalil spilled all the beans. And by beans, I mean tea. And by tea, I mean bleach. I'm Denisha. And if you don't know who she is, she's basically an OG TikToker, right? She's been around for a few years. A lot of people think she's AI, but she's a real person. And she basically makes think piece content.
And you know what? I was wondering why that name sounded so familiar, because when I saw that picture, I remember her popping up on my FYP too, because I always thought she was fake too. But after this story coming out, finding out she is real, and we got another one being exposed. Let's get into it.
Another one.
That nigga look like a gopher.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Rome, back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, subscribe. Anyway, about this topic. This was just like flooding my feed on TikTok. Everybody's talking about it, and I guess one of the reasons why is because this woman has a very large following, almost 2 million followers on TikTok. So to find out that she's crashing out like this over a dude that ain't even her boyfriend, on top of the fact that it's being said that she doesn't even have the lifestyle that she portrays on social media, definitely caught everybody's attention. So we're going to see what this is talking about. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Denisha Carter's been harassing me for the last month and a half. Let's talk about it. Over a month and a half ago, we matched on a dating app and I regretfully hooked up with her. Since then, I realized that she not only lied about her age, but she also lied about being pregnant in an attempt to coerce me and emotionally blackmail me into sleeping with her again. That sounds crazy, but I'll show you all the screenshots. But before I address that, I want to address all these comments that your followers are leaving. You keep spreading claims that I cheated on my girlfriend with you. Whole time I didn't meet the woman that you're referring to until after we hooked up. So let's not get it twisted. And trust and believe, if I met her first, I would have never fucking spoke to you. Me and Denisha hooked up on the night of January 9th. The days following that, being a true Angelino, I was volunteering with fire relief effort. Because I was volunteering, I was not texting back quick enough for Denisha's liking, which led to her being very rude to me through text message. Pause to read. In response to that, I just explained that I was busy, but she kept berating me, so I just left her on red and stopped responding. She messaged me 2 or 3 days later apologizing for what she said, and I still didn't respond. A week or two later, Denisha messaged me saying that we need to talk. Spent over 30 minutes on the phone in which Denisha refused to disclose what we needed to talk about, and she said that we could only talk about it in person. Remember that for later. I expressed to her since she was rude, I did not feel comfortable coming over to her house, especially because she was saying I needed to come over at around 9, 10, 11 p.m. I told her we could meet at a cafe and talk about it. She refused, so we ended up getting off the phone. Later that day, she messages me saying that I need to send her my address so her attorney could send over paperwork. Remember that for later. Obviously, in response to that, I tell her that we can hop on the phone. Again, we talk for about 30 minutes in which she refuses to disclose what she wants to talk about. And at the end, she tells me that she's pregnant. At that point, I realized that maybe we do need to talk in person. Because our schedules weren't matching up, we ended up just hopping on FaceTime. On that FaceTime, we talked about a lot of things, including her father working in finance and her mother being an Egyptian national who works in counterterrorism programs in America. Mind you, I don't even know if that's true. And by the end of this, you'll realize that it's really hard to believe anything she says. We spoke about what the plan was moving forward because, frankly, I don't want to have a child with anyone right now, especially not her. Mind you, all the times that we've spoken so far, she's made an attempt to try to get me to come over to her house to talk about it in person. Conclusion of that phone call, she said that she needs more time to think about it, and honestly, that's fair. 2 or 3 days later, she messages me saying, actually, I'll have my attorney contact you. Please send me your address. At that point, I'm like, hey, have your attorney contact me because you're being very fucking weird. Now, this is where shit gets juicy. I'm actually making this into a part 2, but I'm going to post it right the fuck now.
Let's go.
I would say it's like having
drop it on their head. I want to hear this.
This is
go somewhere with this, man.
Yo, no offense, but did anybody else Zesty radar go off while he was speaking? But there's definitely something off about this because, first of all, why in the hell is she over here talking about a lawyer? Y'all only hooked up once. I don't understand that. I guess the lawyer thing was brought up after she revealed that she was pregnant, which we're gonna he's gonna show you that wasn't true whatsoever. And then on top of that, her like so thirsty to see you in person, but she only wants to see you if she comes over your place or you go over her place, and it has to be 9, 10, 11 at night. That's clap cheeks territory. Like the closer you get to midnight and a woman want to see you, yeah, man, she
The
trying to
more
get
and
in
more
there.
she trying to get that ride that pony.
I'll say this much, man. She, from what he showed us so far, she wouldn't have fooled me, because my thing is like, why the hell we just can't meet in a public place and have this conversation? Why does it have to be over my place or over your place, and it has to be late? Red flags all the way. Especially if you've been ignoring this chick and she been over here blowing your phone up and berating you about this shit. Anyway, let's go ahead and see part 2, because there's 3 parts to this. Let's keep it moving.
This is part 2 of how Denisha Carter has been harassing me for over a month and a half. You need to get caught up. The first video was posted right before this. Pretty much Denisha crossed her friend, leading to him outing their entire text message thread. And if you want all the receipts to read yourself, I will link them in a Google Drive in the comments. These messages are in response to her telling me to come over to her house and me saying that I don't feel comfortable doing so. Her friend said maybe he can't afford an Uber, and you can read the rest. This is where shit gets juicy. Why would Denisha message her friend, but it's very on brand for the WAG trying to trap an athlete, quote unquote, suddenly pregnant, pissed athlete wants proof, I had a miscarriage. And her friend tells her to practice her pregnancy gate. Pause to read the rest. First few messages are a bit unimportant, but it's pretty much Denisha and her employer / friend who outed her talking about travel accommodations. But then if you look right here, I don't know how to play this now that I'm not saying I'm pregnant, laugh my ass off. Or screenshots. Do I actually tell him I'm pregnant, or do I make the reveal that I just want to fuck him? And her friend tells her that, hey, the reveal is good, but don't overplay your hand. Nisha then says, so don't say I'm pregnant, and her friend says to save it. Then she says, okay, he won't hate me for lying to him just to fuck him? And then her friend responds, he's a man, Denisha, and says, I'm also a man who hates her and a man who has a mother. She says, laugh my fucking ass off. I mean, if some girl is yapping about being pregnant, wouldn't he tell her? Then I'm attacked from all sides, the Compton commie. Let's just overlook the racial undertones of calling me some kind of Compton commie. The whole time I'm not even from fucking Compton, bro. Her friend says, no one tells their main bitch that their side bitch is pregnant. It's like you never listen to confessions.
Now, for you to think it's okay to do that shit just because there's some men out here that get their side chicks pregnant and don't say anything, it just goes to show you that women have become the men that they complain about.
Right.
Anyway.
That's exactly what I was just thinking. I'm like, damn, this sounds like some nigga
Denisha
shit.
could not be a side if her name was onion rings. Her friend tells her that by lying to me about being pregnant, I will come over and the emotions will be high, the intimacy will be high, we'll lock eyes, and then the end. And then she says, what, do I appear worried or scared? Nervous? He says, yes. She says, then I tell him that I went to the doctor and got a blood test for my thyroid and I'm pregnant. And if he doesn't believe it, we pulled out. Sorry, this is so many details. And she's fucking right. This is so many details. I'd rather not have to share this shit, but you keep fucking harassing me, so here you go. Now that we got the screenshots out of the way, let's dive into the next issue. The reason she kept asking for my address to send over attorney paperwork is because she was trying to fucking dox me. Her friend exposed her for trying to fucking dox me in the same Discord server where she's telling everyone that I'm a fucking cheater. The same Discord server where she got another man doxed a few years ago for saying she's a fucking catfish. Now let's really talk about it. Denisha is poor. There's nothing wrong with being poor. She puts on this facade of being some kind of rich upper class girl, and that's not true. Told me she had 2 houses in Los Angeles, but really, one of the houses belongs to the person who outed her. He pays her $2,000 a month to manage the company's social media just to keep her afloat. And the other house is just a roommate situation with a girl who she continuously talks shit about. And her TikTok's not even monetized. You're literally just being a capitalist shill for free. And if you need more proof, I've got roommates who could corroborate the entire story. If you're watching this, Denisha, we hooked up one time. I don't know why you're crashing out over it that fucking bad. The fact that it went from just berating me in my DMs to straight lying about pregnancy to now harassing me on the internet, on all the dead homies, you're a weirdo. Now,
on
please,
all the dead
don't
homies.
ever contact me again, or I will just continue to spill receipts. Thank you.
Okay. That thank you was definitely zesty, my friend. But in all honesty, y'all, this is actually pretty sad to hear, because look what was said and seen in those text messages. This woman literally said, I'm doing all this just because.
I love you, dog. Average Man Unplugged. I love you, dog. But you got to do something with this Stevie Wonder chili bowl facial hair you got going on around your lip. If you just got this part and it's wrapping around and under, and that's all you got, just do the mustache and the beard, bro. You ain't got goatee potential. Just leave it be.
Because I want to fuck him again. Instead of just doing all that, why don't you just tell him you want to fuck him again? You be because your friend was like, well, he's a man. Okay, well, if that's your premise, why not just flat out tell him you want to smash and that's all you want to do?
Right.
Unless he already started seeing the other girl that he's referring to, and he wasn't gonna cheat on her with you, which is probably why you were upset. I'm just kind of connecting the dots based off of what he's saying. But we're gonna see what this third part is talking about real quick. But
hey,
I just find that really sad
Mickey
that
D's
in the world of hookup culture
welcome
in the
back.
West, we still got women over here they making themselves jump through hoops just to get some dick, when in reality she could have just flat out asked them. And I'm pretty sure if she could have did that with any other dude and got what she wanted, but I don't know, man. Homie must have laid it. Yeah, he must have laid it down. Cause damn.
Nah, he got
I'm
bread.
sorry, man, but unless she's getting like funds from
right
advertisers or something, ain't no way in hell I'm gonna be sitting on TikTok with 2 million followers and I'm not monetized. Especially with the amount of views
they be trying, man. They be trying.
I'm gonna show y'all her page in a little bit because I found this very interesting as well. Especially when you see this next this third part that he spilling the beans. Check this out.
This is Pod 5, the first fully immersive sleep system.
All right, now.
Intelligent, adaptive.
Oh, full screen for no reason.
I said I was done talking about it, but I'm not, because one thing you're not going to do is call me a liar. Firstly, to the people who are like, oh, you're lying, you fabricated those.
Oh, when they do that, they start talking like they're a regular person, right? Oh, I just play Fortnite. That's all I play. Do you play Fortnite? If you go to my Discord, we can link up and play Fortnite together. If you go to my Discord. Oh, you don't play Fortnite? Well, you should learn how to play Fortnite so you can come to my Discord and we can play Fortnite. Definitely some AI shit. Like straight up AI bull. Not even regular AI shit, just full on bullshit.
Screenshots, that's why you crop the name, When you green screen on TikTok, it crops the top and the bottom of your photo. So there's that. Here's all the full screenshots for you. Here's the rest of the screenshots. Everyone who's saying, oh, why would you bring her drama to the internet? She tried to fucking dox me. She tried to run a smear campaign on me. She was lying about being pregnant to coerce me into having sex with her. And it's been going on for a month and I haven't said shit. Well, how do you know she's trying to run a smear campaign? DJ Soulchild sent me these screenshots from an email that he got from an anonymous account.
Some random ass TikToker or IG influencer or something. Some chick that's a really big TikTok influencer, like trying to hit him with a fake pregnancy. So, but then come to find out that he actually like did some research and this bitch is like broke. She's living with roommates and shit, and like barely getting $2,000 a month and shit. And she does this kind of stuff. Yeah, she does this kind of stuff where she fakes pregnancies so she can get the abortion money and go do whatever I believe she wants to go do with her life type shit. She uses that money to go travel and whatnot like that. She was literally talking about JetBlue trips are only $466 to this place, so if I can get him for $600, then we'll be good type shit. And I'm like, ew. And then this dude here is like borderline zesty. Oh, it's a couple of people have done it because she has like 2.4 million TikTok subscribers. So when she start putting out the information out like that, a lot of folks just start folding because it's like, I got 2 million people up here beating my ass. But she's not monetized. 2.4 million and she's not monetized. So it's like, what are you doing? She literally, I think they said that she gets paid like $2,000 from some kind of ad agency to run like random ads or something like that, but that's all you getting. Like, I mean, you're not applying yourself. Yeah, dudes be dumb as fuck. I mean, the one thing is though, I mean, I ain't gonna flex you. If I hit and then you come up to me in a couple of weeks talking about something you pregnant or something like that, then I probably would be like, oh shit, damn, oh man, let me figure out something. I mean, so I mean, yeah, but I would never put myself in that situation. You know what I'm saying? And if I did, best believe I'm taking my ass up there to you to the clinic. I'm going. I'm putting money in nurses' hands. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not finna send you the money so you can go do it. Fuck out of here. The fuck I look like? That's what she did that to somebody else, and she was trying to dox this dude because he wasn't trying to do. He saw the message and was like, "Bitch, please," and then she tried to dox him, and then she sent some papers to him and shit like that. So yeah, exactly, exactly. I had a friend of mine. I had a friend of mine that had that same situation happen, and he's still on the hook. Still on the hook. Still paying child support to this
A
day
week ago. I
for a
have been
kid he
getting
paid
harassed
for to
about
get
cheating on my
sent to
nail
the
tech
upper room.
girlfriend for a fucking month. The person who stalked my nail tech girlfriend was Denisha. While on FaceTime with her friend who exposed her, he literally asked me, "Oh, are you talking?"
And she's stalking this dude and his new girlfriend, stalking him. Like,
the blank girl with blank features.
what?
The only reason he would know that is if Denisha is fucking stalking the people I'm talking to. Also, Raya is exclusive. If you caught me on Raya, that means that you are someone who is also on fucking Raya. And guess what? We matched on Raya. Like, an anonymous person caught me on Raya. Meanwhile, you have to get fucking approved to even be on the app. Whoever caught me on Raya
And
is
then,
someone who has
okay,
some
this
level
this
of
Raya shit.
People are like, oh, why don't you screen?
This Raya shit. Like, if you're getting doxxed through Raya, that means you're dealing with somebody that's been approved at a certain level of income. Because Raya is like income based dating app. So she was approved, and it's backlogs for that. That's paperwork for that shit. Like, there's no way that you can't not find out that somebody's stalking you on this app. Like, this bitch was just dumb all the way around.
Screenshot her on the dating app. It's Raya. You cannot screenshot on Raya or you'll
Said it's
get
been
kicked the
4
fuck
months
off.
and you a month
literally
late.
get banned from the app for
God
screenshotting
damn.
people. Also,
Look,
I'm just not lame.
She froze the semen on you, bruh. She hit that turkey baster. She trying to put you up in there.
I'm not going to screenshot people who are popular who match with me because that's fucking lame. And if you don't believe me, I literally called her Uber. Here's a screenshot. Everyone wondering why she's not giving her side of the story, it's because it's fucking embarrassing. This whole thing is fucking embarrassing. She's not going to post her side of the screenshots because all the screenshots are the same, because why the fuck would I fabricate a story like this? Like, do you think I'm Tyler Perry? Mind you, I really did not want to post about this. I literally texted her saying,
This motherfucker
yo,
about
I have
2 inches
screenshots
away
showing that
from
you're lying. Please leave me
being
alone.
on the other
She
side of
continued
the
to go.
fence.
So guess what?
Like, he's
play that game.
practically
She literally was
zesty as
having
shit.
people fucking harass me on Instagram and TikTok for months. People were literally at her behest contacting people that I fucking work with. To be fair, she does have some narcissistic personality quirks, which I feel like led to her not truly believing that her friend would out her so bad just to get back at her. I sent her one screenshot asking her to leave me alone, and I don't think she believed that her friend would out himself so bad and send me all the screenshots of their conversation.
Yeah.
Because yes, shout out to him for sending me the screenshots, but the screenshots still make him look very bad. Everyone who's like, oh, how could you be around?
Look, at the beginning of the thing, she was like, "Oh, if he doesn't believe that I'm pregnant, then I'm gonna try to seduce him after I break the news to him," because she was hitting him with the whole, "We got something we need to talk about, but we need to talk about it in person." But she would only tell him that she's free around like 10 o'clock at night. He was like, "Man, I don't know. I don't really move around like that when I'm, you know, with the women that late at night unless I know what's finna go down." So she couldn't get a hold of him for months, and they kept, pushing it back, pushing it back. And then they finally got a FaceTime where they had enough time in between doing stuff to where they FaceTime, and then she tried to hit him with the pregnant thing. And it didn't really have the same impact. But like, now, man, get the fuck out of my face with this shit. Right. Exactly. So now she tried to hit him with the whole, oh man, I couldn't get in contact with you, but this is what's going on. And she was gonna try to seduce him when he pulled up so he can hit it and try to get pregnant and then make it real. That's what she was trying to do, but he just wasn't going for it. Because he was like, man, I already found another chick that I was fucking with. I like her a lot and shit like that. So it's like, whatever you saying is like, this ain't moving me none. And now we're here where we at, where she's stalking him and shit.
I need you to realize, I don't be on the internet like that. To me, Denisha is just the AI girl who talks in the monotone voice. I was not familiar with her Twitter. I was not familiar with her takes regarding texturism and colorism. I was not familiar with any of this. I genuinely have not seen her on my For You page since like 2022. All the takes I've seen from her have given progressive liberal. And yes, I don't like liberals, but we have to also realize that liberals make up like 80% of people who are not staunch Republicans. But yeah, that's all I got for you.
God damn. Shit loud as a motherfucker.
And he's 100% right, because I took the time to go to this woman's page because I wanted to see if she's responded to this situation. Now, let me show y'all this. Now, as you can see here, like I mentioned, she got 1.9 million followers.
Well, damn, I couldn't go back. What is it? What you call it? Medieval Times. Yeah, we got one of those out here in Atlanta, man. That shit ain't bad. I went like one time, a long time ago.
This is the most recent video that she's posted. And
when I was really into sword making.
You're gonna see it's about transgender.
Sounds crazy, but yeah.
It has nothing to do with about.
When I was younger, I was really into sword making and leather work.
This video, I looked it up. It's from like 2-3 days. I was a Boy Scout,
so
So, considering she has not posted anything since then, what it tells
she looks
me
psycho.
is that she's ducking and hiding and she's embarrassed.
She looks psycho as fuck.
He showed you the receipts. He got the screenshots.
Them psycho ones be having that thing on them.
She shows you. So unless she starts speaking up real soon, it ain't looking too good.
She looked like a new school Tyra Banks or something.
On this platform that are talking about this, they're like, where's she at? Why come she ain't got anything to say?
You think she fucked like a starfish?
I think it's pretty obvious why. He pretty much
I could see that too. I could see that too.
I'm like, it just goes. Whoo, I'll tell you, man. She might be Looney Tunes, bro. You might want to consider. You might want to consider getting a restraining order on this chick, bro. She was over here stalking your girlfriend. Yeah, that's crazy work. Let me know what y'all think about this and the fact that not only is she seems to be a weirdo when it comes to women, but also the fact that she's trying to portray this what looks to be a upper middle class lifestyle, and that doesn't seem to be the case whatsoever. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know.
I just think she got that. She got that heat box on her,
and helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel.
That thing probably got some warmth on it. Should wrap you up like a warm, moist blanket.
Deuces.
That's what I'm thinking. God damn this fucking outro. My hands are full. Fuck. This dude's fucking outro needs some fucking work, man. Jesus Christ. There we go. That fucking outro, bro. That shit killed me.
Exquisite timepieces. Exquisite timepieces. Exquisite timepieces. Your favorite watch creators trust us at Exquisite.
That thing looked like.
So this is just confirmation that Keyshia Cole does not want to be saved.
That thing blown
she
out
likes
like
toxic situations. She likes men mistreating her, and she's never going to get out of the situation that she's always been in with men.
Welcome to your favorite news network, the Dusty News Network. You know, where Negro news goes first, and I'm so excited to be your host today. Breaking news. My girl Keyshia Cole
My
is
boy
from the
O'Shea.
same state that I'm from, the great state of California. And she is an iconic singer of her generation. We can't even front. But as successful as Keyshia Cole's career has been, family,
I ain't gonna lie, that's
Keyshia Cole is down bad as hell.
it's the character that he plays. I ain't
she was
gonna
married
flex.
to Daniel Gibson. Then that didn't work. Then it was Nico Collett.
It's the
Then it was-
character he plays, man. Because I've seen him on a debate podcast one time before, man, and he don't sound nothing like this normally. It's just I know because it's the Dusty News Network. He trying to be funny and shit. He try to have these random inflections and shit with his voice, and it be shit that sounding squeaky as fuck. To be honest with you, to me, and that shit is hilarious because I know that's not how he normally talks. So yeah, that's what it is.
Antonio Brown. So then she just, was going around getting clapped up, doing all kind of stuff, right? Then she ended up with the rapper Huncho. Now, Huncho is a rapper now reside in Atlanta. He's like 6'7", and he's a young dude, a lot younger than Keyshia Cole. And Keyshia Cole was really going through it with the dude. It was so bad. She had the guy's name tattooed on her, and then she got the name removed. And Tasha K finally revealed why that happened.
Keyshia Cole. So, remember when Keyshia had broke up with Huncho and removed the tattoo? She had kept breaking up with him.
I mean,
and
I don't
remember
know.
the gloss up situation.
There's certain situations, man, certain women, man, I ain't gonna flex to you, man. That short haircut look kind of good. I got a friend of mine that I've been knowing for a long ass time, man. She's a singer from out in Sacramento, and she does the short haircut all the time. It looks good on her because she got a round face. It makes sense, but like it ain't my style. You know what I'm saying? I can deal with a pixie cut or something like that, but I ain't messing with no buzz head cut chick. She got to be like stupid fine, like Jay the Fade. If it's like Jay the Fade, she. Oh man, Jay the Fade kind of fine, man. She kind of fine. Let me show you Jay the Fade real quick, man, because I put her through the mattress. She don't be having no fades no more, though. Yeah, she don't be having no fades no more. She be looking like this more now. But Jada, man, it's look a little masculine her. Damn it, why is this shit don't never res in all the way? But she look more like this now. So, or like this. Yeah. Yeah, she looked more like that now, but she started off when she first started off, she would be in the Blue Chew commercials with the little fades and shit. And I was like, man, that ain't really my style. But then the more and more I kept looking at her, I was like, damn, man, that face, man, them lips. Put her ass through the wall. Then she started doing this little joint right here with the little pixie cut deal, man. And I was like, yeah, see, man, like, see, like that. I don't know. She can get that pressure. And then look, it just goes to niggas with fades. Like nah, that ain't gonna work. Yeah, I feel you, man. They gotta have
Where he
some
was
kind of
doing a video with Gloss Up, and then Gloss Up was kind of throwing shots at Keyshia, like she was still like with him and stuff like that. And everybody was trying to figure out why did Keyshia leave Huncho? Why did she remove the tattoo? Well,
it's like this chick right here will let you know right here, man. Look at this. She's married. Look at it. Look at this hair. Look at this hair. Nobody want to see that shit.
This is why Huncho's baby mama is pregnant with another baby by him. You see her? She good and big.
But then it's like
he hit that.
Let me see if I can see my home. If they'll pull up my home girl. See, like Zaya man, this my home girl out there. That's a singer. Her pixie, her shortcut look fly as fuck. You wouldn't fuck with. You wouldn't fuck with the little. That should look good on her. To me. You know, to each his own. You got to be a certain kind of chick to run that shit anyways,
Just want
man.
to
So,
say how Keyshia, her old
hey.
ass is getting played by toddlers. Like, Huncho is literally a toddler. His baby mama is a toddler, and she's inadvertently winning and embarrassing
Harry
Keyshia
Pitts is
all
a
over
no-go,
the
man.
internet. You put a toddler's name on your breast, and now he's having another toddler with his baby mother who ain't got no tattoos of him, no motherfucker. Like, you have got to be kidding me.
So
I mean, I can see that. I can see that.
Man, she got rid of the dude because basically he got his baby mama pregnant again while he was with her. I mean, and then he was out there doing a whole bunch of stuff with his ex-girlfriend and other rappers.
I mean, I can see that.
Basically, he wasn't showing Keyshia Cole no
That's your
respect.
wife, man. You didn't meet her with a buzz
So
cut.
we thought
So
that
I'm out.
Keyshia Cole finally was going to be out of toxic relationships.
See, like right here, she got that little pixie cut finger wave, real short dude. I'm probably be like,
What if you could do all your SEO in one tab? Meet SEMrush, a tool to find winning keywords.
But it annoys me getting in my ears
I was
and
wrong.
shit, and I'm like, nah, I don't give a rat's.
We just found out this.
Why would you
Look, I
be in a
completely
relationship
feel her. I completely look, cause usually my shit be real low right up in here, cause I ain't got no dreads up in this part right here, man. I normally keep that shit real low, and every time I put my headphones on now, some shit be flapping into my ear, and all that shit be tickling my shit up. I don't like it, so I feel her. But that don't mean that you're supposed to be doing what a man do.
Then I guess he was cheating on you or mistreating you some kind of way, and then every show that you was performing at, you had like you was gonna cry or go off or
Why are you the one talking about this big mouth bass?
And you got the tattoo removed. I was like, oh, she finally getting somewhere. She's finally coming to her senses. Then we see this bullshit of you back with the like I said, Keyshia Cole is one of those
Nobody
women
wants to
that
hear
likes toxic
your second
situations.
chin talking
She
to them.
likes men mistreating her because why would you go back to the if he cheated on you or whatever he done to make you get the tattoo removed?
Look who Keyshia Cole then popped out with again. Huncho. Now he got his girl pregnant. They back together. And she back with him. And everybody is talking about it right now on social media. How bad Keyshia Cole looked. How desperate Keyshia Cole looked.
Yeah, love ain't gonna have me
the victim. She be at the
accepting
concerts
shit that I
crying and
wouldn't
all that.
accept
And
outside
that
of
Keyshia
love.
Cole deserves better. You only deserve
It'll
better.
be tolerated for a little bit longer than I normally would, but it's not gonna make me
out there in the black
accept
community, man, dealing
things
with
that I
some
wouldn't
sisters
accept outside.
that don't like Keyshia Cole.
Straight up.
She fine. She cool to hang around.
Like, I'll give you a
Everything
chance to
is
correct
clicking,
it.
And you really want to be with her.
I can live with that. Oh, it's gonna take about a month for your hair to get back regular over on that side. Okay, yeah, I got
to
you.
guys like this, like,
But
she has
if I see your ass trimming that motherfucker again in the same
and when a
fashion, and I
woman
know
got
that I
a
don't like
history of
that, it's over
dealing with
with.
men like this, it don't matter how much you love her. It don't
Right.
matter how much you want to be with her. It don't matter how much you want to help her. Once she's like Keyshia Cole and broken, that's
This motherfucker got a chain with his own face on it. And you thought she was gonna make a difference in his life? This man is he is already off the ledge with it, man. He's already that deep to where he has a chain with his own face, and you want to change him. He
what
loves
she
himself.
needs to do.
The
for
fuck would he change
herself.
for you?
She will always chase a guy like that. And you're going to have women that you meet that are just going to always be like that no matter what you do. And it's not your fault.
There you go.
You're going to get mad. You're going to wonder why she's choosing that dude.
Hey.
Because that is where
That's
she's
real
supposed
shit.
to be.
It's real
And
shit.
Thank God you ain't got to put up with somebody hella broken, man. I'm telling you, I've been there. I've done
That's real
that.
shit.
And I've seen chicks that I've been madly crazy in love with go back to a dude that's all kind of down bad, broke, the police kicking the door in and all that stuff. And as a man, you sit back wondering
Hell
why
no.
she can't be with you. Because you don't want those problems.
Look, that's the exact reason why I don't deal. That's the exact reason why I'm single and I don't deal with no damn body, because as soon as you do some shit I don't like, I'm gonna tell you. And if you don't fix that shit, I can go be mad by my goddamn self. I don't care. Like, I'm not finna deal with that shit. Look, I done kicked bitches out the crib for much less than a haircut. Trust me on that. So I feel you, bro. I feel you. I done kicked chicks out of here because they was snoring too hard when they was asleep. I couldn't go to sleep because you was snoring before me. But you be snoring too, because I'm a man. Go to sleep before me. And you better not snore so I can't go to sleep. Oh, you up in here drinking up all the juice, but you ain't finna buy no juice, no more juice? Get the fuck on. Like, fuck you mean? Uh-oh. When you have thoughts, things go wrong. I'm just playing.
I like Keyshia Cole in your life. Nothing but heartache and pain. I don't care how good the cheeks is. Let them go.
Mutton
Don't
chops?
worry about
Oh,
it.
hell
Don't
nah.
worry about why she this old, acting like a teenager and can't get over it.
Nah,
she's broken.
man.
That's all it is to it. Pray for her. And all
That
you
ain't
gotta
finna
do is
happen,
make sure
man. That ain't finna
you
happen.
don't live nowhere near her.
Yeah, it'd be funny looking. Yeah,
Some of
it'd
these
be
young
funny
adults
looking.
in
I
school
couldn't do that
is
shit.
doing a
Nope.
little bit too much. All right.
Nah.
And you have this young lady.
This is
who's
my
singing
inspiration
a
for my
lot
entire life.
about her teacher.
I grow up wanting to
I
have
would
a
say it's
full
like having
beard like
another
Ice
producer in the
Cube ever
room that
since I
knows
was a
exactly
baby.
what your song needs. I know
And
you
now
guys
that I
have gotten
have
these
it,
samples like this before.
I just want to
Have you
make
guys
it. I
ever
want to
wished that your
maintain it
sample
forever.
library knew exactly.
I wouldn't mutton chops.
I know you don't believe me. I'm gonna play it.
No.
I'm dating my teacher, and this is, like how it is and like how we met and everything. Okay, so
Ice Cube wasn't gay until
knew
like
him
recently.
before, but like we wouldn't.
I'm
I
talking
didn't have
about
his class. So, like,
90s Ice Cube.
I think he subbed for my class one time, and we had like a really good conversation, and I knew that he was going to be going because. What is his name? I knew he was going to be going.
A high school student
because I
says
was
that she's
talking
dating her
about
math
something
teacher
to
because
these
she's
girls
struggling with
about, like, I
math and
think a
hopes
girl
that
got
being in a
exposed or
relationship with
something.
him will help her pass the
And
class so she
he
can
wanted
graduate.
to see the video
The
of her being
fuck
exposed.
out of
So when he did that, I was kind of just
here.
like, oh, he's one of them. Like, I already know, but I didn't think.
It took him well into 4 and 5 different "Are We There Yets" to be gay. Okay, once they made him the replacement for Xander Cruz and Triple X, that's when he became gay. It's completely different. Okay.
Think too much of it. I went up to mind my business. Cool. Next year, I end up getting his class. We chatting it up. He always well, like you could just tell. I don't know. It's just signs.
Oh yeah. She can
And
blow
then
a
he would
bad
always
pipe.
like try to keep
For
me
sure.
like after his classroom. Like when everybody would go to lunch, he wanted me to like sit in there and eat lunch with him. And we would just chat it up. And then eventually he started like giving me money.
Oh.
And then I was like. And then eventually he
Oh.
followed me on Instagram.
Exactly.
Things led to another. And yeah, I have like a really good grade in his class. I'm not gonna fail.
See, the problem is that back in the days when we were exploiting the system, we didn't tell everybody on the entire internet, everybody all over the world. We didn't tell people we were exploiting the system. I would like how I do right now. I flirt with my damn manager all the damn time because she's a 60-year-old lady with a whole bunch of money. Why the fuck wouldn't I not? But if you think that it's gonna end up hurting the entire situation, then shut the fuck up. Just be quiet.
Especially because the class is math, so
Exactly.
it's really, really hard.
She's telling
I'm so bad at math,
she's
so
telling
I'm so great.
everybody. She's telling TikTok. That means that it's gonna catch fire. It's not gonna be hard for somebody to tell who she is, where she at, and who the math teacher is. And then he's gonna get locked up. Next thing you know, she gonna have a 2 in the class, and she ain't going nowhere. Like, Graduate what, bitch? You couldn't even graduate finishing up this damn math class before you started running your mouth.
Grateful for him being a math teacher because the year is going to go by as a breeze. Love him. I think he has a wife. I don't know. But if he has a wife, then I would say that like I would stop talking to him. But at the same time, this is my grade on the line, so I don't know.
It's your
I don't know. Just,
what?
Can we wait till I graduate?
So she says that she
it's
had
your
a teacher
grade on the line. You're not
was
worried
a
about it.
substitute. And she mentioned the phrase, I knew he was going.
My
okay.
God.
So in other words, I knew he would be doing, something with me.
Like
he was attracted to me. Now this young lady is a pretty young lady. All right. And she knows that she's an attractive young lady. We just gonna put it out there, right?
This
she
goofy
says the guy
shit
is going.
that we living with.
Now, she is underage if this is the true story, and if she's under 18, but you hear what she's saying? She like, I know he going. Wait a minute, hold on now. You supposed to be a victim. Why you didn't go report him? No, I knew he was going. I know he with it. Because she
especially when they pretty that
it's
young.
It's still wrong.
It's over with.
Especially on the man
It's
side.
a lost cause.
But listen to how she playing.
And she's bad at math.
I know
she's
he
gonna have
going.
an OF next year.
Okay. So he keeping me after class.
Like,
he keeping
straight
me
up.
after school. Right? Now, as much as this is wrong, if this is a true story,
She's gonna have an OF
making
next
it
year.
sound like
And you're gonna be sitting over here.
it ain't
we
a
all
problem
gonna
to
be
her.
clicking it.
Well, hold on.
Straight up. Oh, I will.
The AI coding agent showdown. The first scenario we're testing for is understanding in large.
Get out of here, dude.
Look at what she says next.
Gee, I'm finna start asking my teacher, do they want like I can't get this work done. It's too hard. Like, can I give you something else for a good grade? Like at this point, like that's how hard it's actually getting. Like y'all don't understand. Y'all think like
This young lady done set her ass up here and said, I gotta offer some, you know what, for some teachers to pass this class. Hold on, I'm not a high school teacher, never was. But could I imagine that some of these students, both male and female, would be willing to do something like that to pass the class? Hell yes. Because I know at least a few students in my class that was capable of doing something like that. Let me tell you something, all right? These little young women, and if it's a real teacher, and if you teach at high schools and stuff like that, or even colleges, y'all better leave these young ladies alone. Y'all better leave them alone. Y'all better not even be nowhere near them. Shout out to
that's
my
insane.
alma mater, Grant High School. Our head football coach, or at least one of the head coaches now, is Carl Reed.
Blonde hair, blue eyes, dancer since she was 8, like professional. She dead ass won hundreds of first place competitions, medals. She used to go to Florida for like national tournaments and won. She hella good, so hella dudes. Excuse me, trying to talk to her, and she knew it and had one hell of a tude. Yep. She didn't have it with me because I know how I am, and shit didn't fly with me. Exactly. A lot of the times these women just be needing somebody around them to keep their ass fucking grounded. Just ground them mentally, because they gonna think if every man wants them, they gonna just be able to do whatever the fuck they want to do all the time. Hell no. I be quick to shit on them damn tens. I don't be caring. I don't be caring none.
The high school with him when the legendary Mike Albergini was the head
That's
coach. That's
crazy.
He was, he had.
She said she finna start giving head to. So, in my mind, does this not correlate to all these women out here having all of these degrees and all of this advanced learning, right? They just giving head to get their way, right? I mean, it's not like they're actually learning anything. That's why there's so many of them just dumb as fuck with degrees, right? Or am I tripping?
And he was talking about the fact that he teaches at Grant High
Well,
School.
I'm tripping. I might
He
be
said
tripping.
something that was so profound. He said, I don't even give students ride homes at all. That was something that you could do back in the day. He said, I can't even give a student a ride home because of what somebody else might say. All right? And I'm going to just tell you right now.
I just think it's because a lot of these girls out here just willing to give head to pass the class instead of just actually learning what the heck is to pass the class. I think there's a lot more people out there. Because I mean, I also believe there's a lot more people out there that are PDF files than we think. So I think there's a lot of people out there that's willing to make that exchange. And we just don't really, you know what I'm saying? We don't really know for sure. That's what I think was going on. I mean, I could be wrong. But I just think there's a lot more PDF files out there than we believe. And they just out here, you know, living La Vida Loca. Where all these girls at, all the girls that's been with that I've been with, and none of them like giving head. Well, we're in a different age bracket. Back in the days when we were younger, it was hard as fuck to put your dick in a bitch mouth because they thought it was nasty. Now that it's head is a given. Head is like a part of sex now, and like 100% like part of the deal. Now it's more so accepting, and they don't really be tripping about it like that no more. But when we were younger, man, you couldn't pay me to tell a bitch I was gonna eat some pussy. I eat some pussy now. I don't care. I tell them too. Man, I eat pussy. I don't give a fuck. Got to be a pretty pussy attached to a pretty bitch. I'll eat it. Which is why wait, the majority of dudes like younger women in the biology because you got to remember people only used to live to like 45. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is very true. Which is why girls at like 11 used to get married because they were young, because they died young. Well, I mean, not only that, back in the days, the parents and the prospective husband had a dialogue before they even asked to go hang out with the daughter. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that situation going on anymore at all. So a lot of the times they would be like, okay, well, I see this chick at church. She looks like she's about to be of age. Let me ask the parents. The parents say it's cool because the parents was dirt ass poor. More than likely the dude was dirt ass poor. And it would be easier to take the daughter off your hands as a parent so you can have more money to spend on your rest of your kids. I don't have any kids yet because I'm just a dirt poor ass regular dude that's probably in his 20s. Let's get married, let's have some kids, and eventually I can marry my kids off too. So they can get up out my damn house and get out my wallet. Definitely was a biology thing, but like, yeah. It used to be all of that. Like I used to watch what's that stupid ass movie? The Color Purple. In The Color Purple, Oprah was Whoopi Goldberg was supposed to be like 15 years old when she married Mr. Mr. was like 30. But Mr. had a whole farm. So Mr. was rich. And he got the daughter that he didn't want because the daughter he wanted was already promised to somebody else that was richer. That's what a lot of this stuff used to be back in the days. You know, not so much now, but back in the days, yeah. It used to be all a money thing. I'll put money dudes see a good looking 16-year-old, and they'd be like, hot damn. And then think, oh my God, I shouldn't be thinking that. Exactly. That's what the problem is nowadays. Is, I mean, you kind of already biologically you're already biologically in a predisposition to where that is an idea in your head. They fertile, I'm running. You know what I'm saying? But like because of the way society is, that they break it down to make it seem like they're just unabashed and you can't go do that kind of stuff because the parents no longer have the stopgap measure. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, the parents would be the veto or the acceptance. These girls nowadays ain't even listening to their damn parents. So it ain't what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, you talk to the parents and be like, hey man, what's going on with Sarah over there? Well, I mean, what's going on with you, sir? Well, I got 2 farms and I'm gonna give you 5 pigs and a dowry for this chick. Cause I want to start a family. I'm ready and I like what she look. And they'd be like, okay. Or no. They don't do that no more. So now they have to have all these laws and rules and regulations to try to stop random ass niggas from running up on these 13-year-old girls and shit like that, because it's weird if the parents ain't involved. That's why there's still laws to this day to where these kids can get married off if the parents accept it. They're not saying that it's completely illegal to do it. They just saying, well, y'all could do it if the parents are cool. You know? I think I agree completely, but I just think it's an inherent disposition to where you would think that no matter what anyways. But yeah, acting on it is a completely different world. So that's the part that we got to figure the fuck out. That's the part we need to figure the fuck out.
These young people be knowing what is going on. They be scheming and plotting like everybody else. The men be scheming and plotting too. But just like somebody that's in prison, an inmate or whatever, they scheming. And if this is true and you put this out there, how do your mama and them feel about this? Where your daddy at? Seriously, you need to get off TikTok and do some math homework, boo. You can't clap yourself out of all situations. And Lord have mercy, what is your life gonna be when you get 25? Just all kind of clapping.
Clap-a-thon.
Speaking of clapping, here we are with another young lady who needs some money from her father. And he didn't give it to her. But he told her how she can get it.
Story time on why my dad told me to sell my So I called him because I needed some support financially so I can continue going to college because they was about to kick me out. So I'm like, Dad, I really need some money. Like, they about to kick me out. I'm stressed out. He said, I don't got no money for you, but you can sell some pussy. And if you're not trying to sell no you can go to North Philly and grab a pack, sling some work, and you'll get the money up real fast. So the reason my dad told me to sell some pussy was because I needed some money for school and he wasn't trying to help. He also told my sister to sell her coochie. I don't know what his reasoning for telling her to sell her pussy was, but she probably needed some support from him too as a father, and he just advised us to sell her pussy. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with the black community on this episode, but honey, I hope you playing.
Oh my God. Just the whole process of manufacturers.
Insanity.
Expensive. Quality was absolutely garbage.
Insanity.
Sample in 2 months just took way too much
fuck?
time. And it just got to the point where, no, like this is.
Honestly, the only way I would even believe or think that any of that was okay was if you found out that, I mean, not even in the stepdad situation, if you found out that you took care of these kids and they weren't yours at all. Like you found out after 20 years in or something, oh, these ain't even my kids at all. Then I probably would, but still, hell no. That's weird as shit. What is up with these weird ass people out here, man?
Playing. And if you are playing, I'm mad that you brought your ass on the internet and said that. I don't know how any man could tell his daughter
that's weird as shit
to go out there and sell the box. But then again, this is Philadelphia. Shout out to Philly, but Dr. Umar
not shout out to Philly.
Is from y'all city, so I can't give y'all a pass this time.
the mandatory paternity test situation, it's getting at a standstill because a lot of the European countries are, for whatever reason, vetoing it. So it's making it real hard to justify out here in America. I don't know how it's making it hard to justify since we're at a what is it? One out of every three. One out of every three right now. I think it's 33% chance of people that actually get tested for paternity are coming back not being the father, the biological father. So I don't really know what reason it is behind it, but out there in the Europes, especially French, fucking weird ass Frenchies are not letting that shit pass. They ain't going for it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Agreed. Completely agree. Completely agree. They're a bunch of weirdos over there. And we just have to live with the fact that they're just a bunch of weirdos over there. But again, we are dealing with people that are injured by sunlight. Oh man, steamroll. That'll be the least of their problems. They're gonna be over here looking at each other like, what the fuck am I gonna do with life?
You from Philadelphia, you pretty much down bad. After Dr. Umar's from there. Ladies, is it this bad? I mean, one student want to go ahead on and give up the you-know-what to pass the math class, and you can't afford to stay in school, so you about to go ahead and clap it up. And your sister about to clap it up.
Clap-a-thon.
This is really what I'm telling you. You'd be surprised at how many ladies have to go the clapping route to get something done.
I don't even know about over in a week.
Instagram following. How fine you think
That
they
shit,
are?
that shit'll be
This
dead
might
on
be a
arrival.
little bit more normal than what you think. I'm already clapped out. I'm broke. I can't help
Dead
you
on
until I get paid
arrival.
next month. So guys, we had a great show. We had Keyshia Cole going back to Huncho after he cheated on you and got somebody else pregnant. Then we have the young lady who is allegedly in a relationship with her teacher. I don't know. Thirdly, we have somebody whose father told her
they don't have
and
to.
her sister
It's the easiest way
to
for
go
them to
ahead
do
out
it though, because they ain't
and
have no
toss those cheeks
brains
up
to
and
do
get
this
some
shit
money for school.
any kind of other way.
Who will win the Dusty Award of the day? Jeopardy music! Drum roll, please! It's Keyshia Cole. I'm sorry, Keyshia. Damn! How down bad can you be? Literally, you gotta move to Nevada. You making Cali look way too bad. We can't even have you in Northern California no more, man. You can't even claim Oakland no more. Like, shout out to all my dudes from the Bay, man. But you just can't have Keyshia Cole claiming the O, man. It's a liability. You gotta move her out to Fresno or something like that. She can't be from the O, man. She could be from somewhere like Merced. I don't even want to put, I can't even say Stockton because Stockton got some hitters, man. We can't even disrespect Stockton or even Sacramento like that. Send her to Napa, okay? Like she
getting
needs
a
to
job
be
is
somewhere
like-
like in Redding. Go to Chico. You can't
telling
be from
Dracula to go
Oakland no more,
outside
man.
and
Oakland is
go work out.
It's too real of a city for you to be claiming the
You
O
can't
like
tell
this,
Dracula to go
and you
outside in the
down
middle of the
bad.
day and go work
and you
out.
let the dude, like a young dude that's not even from
He'll
Cali,
look out that
do
window
this.
and be like,
A dude from like North Carolina, he like by way of Atlanta. He not even a real Atlanta dude. This dude is from North Carolina and you from Oakland, and you getting dragged out there by a dude from the Carolinas. No disrespect from the Carolinas. I feel y'all, but again, you know I'm biased because North Carolina is one of the most dustiest states on my show, so I can't really be showing y'all that kind of respect right now. Especially when I got somebody
North
from
Carolina
my home
is one of
state
the
that's
dustiest
down
states on
bad.
the show.
Since you out there getting tattoos and getting removed and still getting clapped, throw that dust on her. It's over for her. Well, guys, that's my time. I gotta go. It's like 7 in the morning. I'm
Clap-a-thon
hella
tip.
tired. Subscribe, hit the bell. We out.
We clap, you clap.
The Kia K4 and K5. The next movement for innovation, and the next movement for acceleration.
Yeah, the worst thing ever was making porn acceptable or easy to get
So,
into.
Young Thug, man. Young Thug is having the worst week ever, as you can see the title says. It's not going good for Young Thug. There's
having the
hella
worst
shit
week
out
ever.
there.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
I
think?
talked about it briefly in my last upload, but it's looking bad for that man. So I just want to catch y'all up real quick. If you haven't heard this audio leak, this is where a lot of the things started. So this is probably one of the worst, outside of him saying that, you know, that guy Roscoe shot up the tour bus, whatever. He basically said that to the detectives. No, we're not lying. He actually said that.
Don't be like that, man. Don't be like that.
Yes, sir.
Don't be like that, man. We got sound effects over here, the stupid sound buttons. Don't be like that, man. Don't be a hater all your life.
Bruh.
Promises, I made promises, whatever. Anything you want to know, I'ma tell you, but don't tell the world.
Oh shit. He just be ODing it though. I ain't gonna lie, man. Some of these folks be ODing.
That's what Young Thug said. Don't tell nobody. All right. Every time I hear Young Thug say that, this is what I think. I think this.
I'm getting a little tired of your broken promises.
Oh shit. Look. He ODing. He ODing. Why is he pressing it now?
Every time Young Thug say promises.
Yes, sir.
Promises, make promises.
Promises, I made promises. Detective like, nigga, hold on.
Broken promises.
What promises, sir? You were supposed to give us some names.
Tired of your broken promises.
Look at YouTube, right? This is the most replayed part. Broken promises, and player please. This is the most replayed part. Look at this. Look at this thing right here. It's showing you this is the most replayed part.
Now you flip the script.
Player please. Now you flip the script, player please. Please. Man, they better fix
He's not
that
even
caption.
saying anything
Y'all wrote
at
please
all.
in that caption. No, it's please, which is so fitting for what we talking about right now. Please. You should have pleased.
If I didn't put this in the title,
the fifth.
I wouldn't even be trying to listen to it right now, but I still want to hear what's going on with this Young Thug shit, man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth. I plead the fifth. That's what they should have done. Please.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, fifth. Go ahead and ask me a question.
Yeah, basically.
Please the fifth. Please the fifth. Okay, hold on. We getting off track. All right. Player please. Broken promises. That's what he said. All right. That's what he said.
Yes, sir.
Promises, make promises. Just keep promises. Whatever you anytime you ever make you want to know anything, tell me.
No, please the fifth.
What's your number? Yes, you can. Hey.
I don't have your number.
Well, give it to me. If you ain't
Damn. She said, I don't got your number. That nigga said, well, get the fuck out the way. Give me that shit. I don't have your number. All right, get the fuck out the way. Give it to me. Give it to me. Golly. Sheesh. Man. He said, I ain't got your number. Get the fuck out the way. Give it to me then. Give it to me. Talk to me. Damn it. Talk to me. All right, so everybody heard that part. They heard him say what he said. He said, promises, whatever, anything you want to know. In time, I'm going to tell you, but don't tell nobody. Don't you tell nobody. Okay? Don't tell nobody. That's what he said. Don't tell nobody because the world can't know.
Way too busy trying to
they
be
don't want the world to
entertaining.
know.
Than
The world cannot know about this. All right? It's a secret. So basically, after this,
you're too busy trying to be entertaining.
He ain't been leaking, dog.
Giving us the entertainment.
The fuck is he doing types of shit leaking. They got all types of shit coming out. Right. Audio out of nowhere. It's not looking good for Thug. This is one of the worst weeks he's having ever. You gotta find other things to do, my guy. Because the stock is very low. The stock is very low right now, man. It just ain't working. Ray of the Sun said nothing was leaked. It's called FOIA. Yeah, FOIA, yeah, obviously. But Still,
See,
it's considered a leak to other people.
This is what it looks like when somebody that doesn't have a personality tries to have a personality and does streaming and turns a stream into a YouTube video. This is what it looks like. He has no input whatsoever. That's why he keeps doing the stupid ass gong sound. Like, he ain't said shit yet. I ain't heard nothing about what I'm actually came here to watch. Like, bro.
People, because nobody's putting in no FOIA. Some people don't know how to do that shit. So to them, it's a leak. You know what I mean? You gotta request that shit. You gotta know what you're doing to request it, and then you put it out there. I mean, tomatoes, you know? King Black Power said, I wonder how Mariah the scientist feel. I don't think she feel no type of way. I don't think she feel no type of way. I mean, she ain't
Like,
got no... What she...
My entire reason for having this video up here was because I wanted to have a complete and fully encompassed version of what I did yesterday, talking about the Young Thug situation. Because it come to find out, Young Thug has pretty much told and snitched multiple times, and he was trying to out Gunna for being a snitch and try to shut his whole campaign down. Now everybody sees the Young Thug has been snitching for the God knows how long. They got videos from 2015 when he got caught up with Lil Wayne's tour bus getting shot up, and he was telling on people then. He was telling on people before this last little Rico case, and then when the Rico case came about, then all of a sudden it's like, oh well, man, you was a snitch. Like, I learned from you. I learned from you.
You really got to say about it. You know what I mean? Unless she said, no, I'm not the one. Say it again. Say it again. All right. Let's hear. So Joe Budden said that Young Thug stock has dropped and he's giving a masterclass.
Well, that's the problem, is that these motherfuckers like doing illegal shit to supplement the money that they're making from their entertainment business. Don't get me wrong, like, as gay as Young Thug is, it was widely known in the streets back when he was still signed to Gucci Mane that Thug wasn't nobody to play with. You know what I'm saying? He was one of those kind of people that he was not quite, I wouldn't say like a gang leader or nothing like that, but he was one of those folks that you just, you know, he gon' do some shit if he feel violated. He'll violate you type shit. And, you know, hey, don't get me wrong. I mean, hey, you know, that's all good and fine and shit when you ain't got nothing to nothing to live for besides, you know, doing gangsta ass shit. But when you start making real money and you out here and you still doing weird ass, you know, you still doing drive-bys and shooting up shit, then you just look stupid. Like, you making millions of dollars legally and you want to continue to do the illegal shit for no reason at all. Now you just look stupid. And Gunna didn't even snitch on him during the Rico case. So they really just at Gunna head for no reason. And Gunna ain't never did nothing but music. Gunna is just a straight up just a music dude. So it never made sense. That's one thing that gets me, motherfuckers out here be trying to be gangbangers and then acting like children over nothing. Yeah, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, Young Thug is a gangbanger. Like, he's definitely real talk, real gangster out here. He pulls strings and shit like that. But then the thing is like, when you doing gangster moves and then you throwing your people under the bus left and right, man, then that just defeats the purpose. Real gangsters move in silence, like, you know what I'm saying? You move in silence. If they figure out some stuff, then they figure out some stuff. You take your time on the chin and you keep it moving. Like, You don't do this weird ass shit where everybody pointing fingers and shit like that, man. But I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Since there is a huge, and I'm starting to become more privy to this, it's a huge gay population out here in Atlanta that I never knew anything about, even though I grew up out here. And these motherfuckers really be just tattletelling on each other all the time. They really be just dropping tea all the time. And that's what the problem is that these niggas out here spilling tea all day long. This is really it. Exactly. Exactly. Like, my uncle is original, like a original OG Crip, straight out of Cali. And there's certain things you just don't do. You know? There's rules and guidelines and things that you're supposed to do. You're supposed to walk a certain way and do a certain type of living, and you do this until you get done and then you get the fuck out. These motherfuckers want to be playground gangsters for the rest of their life type shit. And that's what the issue is they're trying to do all this whack ass fake persona of what a gangster is, and they don't fucking live in any of the truth that a real OG, a real gangster, the ones that were there when this shit was incepted. They don't live by that stuff. You know? I mean, I wouldn't even say it's the music. It's just a lot of people out there that's not even true to it. That's just sitting there doing it. And then they want to over embellish the fact that it is what it is through the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, back when 50 Cent and Snoop Dogg and them was out, it's like, I mean, they glorify gang life, but then you never heard Snoop Dogg talking about some, these snitches over here doing this and all of that. He was moving like a mobster. Yeah. Yeah. Like, it embellished the parts that were supposed to be embellished, and the parts that were supposed to be talked about were never talked about. And that's why you have all these playground gangsters from these sets that are of sets that are of sets out here don't know what the hell to do. They're not led by anybody that actually has any kind of real grounding in the beginnings, or they don't understand how the shit's supposed to really go. They getting taught by other people that's getting taught by other people that's getting taught by people that's been locked up since they was 10. Which is stupid.
That's on how to ruin his own brand. After getting out of prison, he went after Gunna, hasn't dropped new music, and is acting like a chatty patty, and no longer has Kevin Lau's support. Okay.
Gotcha. But there are valuable lessons to learn, and I'd like to focus on a different S word other than snitch.
Right. You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
Stock.
As it relates to
Young
they
Thug,
think
and it has plummeted.
Murder,
y'all can keep having y'all who
murder
rat and
is
who
cool.
didn't rat conversations.
They think all that
the Young
the
Thug
drive-by shit is
hey,
cool.
Atlanta, I'm not even talking about Atlanta business. He could probably still sell out State Farm every night of the week.
Just doing
Outside
random
of Atlanta,
weird acts
he is
against
putting
people.
on a master class.
They think it's cool
in how to
because they
take
didn't
a
have nobody
good
teach
brand
their ass.
and totally fuck it up.
So the video I put out, the last one, I talked about how street cred is no longer like important in hip hop. And what I was basically saying is that when it comes to street cred, not that you don't need street cred, because obviously if you rapping about a certain thing, and you rapping about certain morals and values, people are gonna expect you to uphold them shits, right? But what I was basically saying is that the street cred doesn't equal to success anymore. Like before, like street cred, if you had the street cred and you was rapping and everything was matching, that shit right there used to help artists excel. That's why you had like the beef. They used to like boost the sales of these rappers, but now it don't matter. That street cred, that shit don't matter no more. So you keeping it solid, this shit can hurt you in a very major way, which is gonna do to Young Thug right now, because at the same time, he not putting out music, bruh. Like nothing is drowning out anything. You're not putting music out. That's the problem. What's gonna put out Fuck You Mean? Ain't nobody give a fuck. Fuck You Mean come on while you at the gym or some shit. You think you worried about whether this nigga took a plead? Plead? Yeah, we gonna keep saying plead, y'all. I'm sorry. It's gonna stay that way. I know it's plead,
Bro,
but we
with this
gonna keep
goddamn-
saying plead. Play a plead. All right? Gunna came out with music. And bro, he been consistently coming out with music. He been consistently doing things
Oh,
to
yeah, they
brand to
tripping.
rebrand himself. The man
They
lost
tripping.
mad weight. Like, bro, he really went out there and went
Women,
to work.
kids, and
What
old
the
folks
fuck
are
Young
off
Thug out
limits
here
unless
doing?
you part of it.
This nigga out here over here
You
talking
leave
about
old
people,
folks the
right?
fuck
And
alone,
he over
man.
here talking
They
about
already
what
done
this
did
person
enough.
said. Like, bro,
That's what I'm
make
saying.
music,
People
dog.
weird out here
like,
nowadays,
Gunna
man.
ain't paying attention to none of that shit, man. And that's the reason why people don't care no more. It's because that street cred shit, that whole like abiding by street rules, that shit is stupid as fuck because nobody going to hear to that shit when they in the fire. That's it.
And nobody wants to say it. Did he do a first day out freestyle?
He didn't do anything. He does features.
He made a bunch of phone calls to tell people how he felt about Gunna.
He did.
Chatty.
Started.
Chatty. Why all these people know how the fuck you feel about Gunna? Chatty.
I think honestly they was just trying to make sure that Gunna wasn't successful. And I think they felt like they could just talk shit about him and say that he snitched and all this other stuff to the point where that shit suppressed him. And it ain't work that way, dog.
All you fucking emotions. No music that did nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, you're right, features.
No attempt.
But nothing.
No
that stuck.
attempt at that. The branding and marketing genius that he's shown himself to be, it ain't even been flashes of that.
Good, he completely ruined a rollout. Let's be for real. He ruined a rollout. That man came out of jail. You could
Yeah, man. I don't care what nobody
to
say, man.
benefit you.
If I'm not in no gang activity, I'm not doing the gang life stuff, man. And then somebody comes up here and beats the shit out of my kid or my parents, I ain't in no gang. I don't live by street rules. I'm adjacent. I'm calling your shit. Look, I'm gonna find out who you are, where you live. I'm calling that shit. I don't care. Now, if somebody try to do something to me, I got the blammer. So you getting put down. And it's in self-defense. But like, if you doing something to my kid, you do something to my mama. If I don't get to you, if I can't find a way to get to you, you getting called on. Then you gonna sit your ass up there, up a right street, getting fucked on by people that look like a Young Thug. And that's just how it gonna go.
Could have came out, made a crazy song,
woman,
and
girl,
got the
woman.
people. And I don't know if it got anything to do with his case and what he can't talk about. I don't know. That's beyond my knowledge right now. But still, you ruined that chance, man. 100%.
Look, it's gonna be a mass RICO on everybody that you love and care about. That's how I feel.
I don't give a fuck who's ratting and who ain't.
Look, I'm not gonna ruin my life for the benefit of somebody else's life, especially if my kid is still breathing, but they might be fucked up. I'm taking out the whole family. Y'all all gonna be up there getting lunch trays in plastic, little plastic lunch trays up there in up in Wright Street.
Well, that's only a small part
Straight
of
up.
it.
He could have did it without embracing Gunna.
That's
Straight up.
Yeah, he ain't even have to embrace Gunna.
And I'm gonna make sure that
Like, he ain't
I'm
have
gonna
to
make
say
sure that
nothing
your
about
damn
Gunna. That's the
that your
crazy
jacket
part.
is public too. I'm gonna make sure that your jacket is public, so everybody knows that you out there fucking around with kids, women, and old people. I'm gonna make sure that jacket public. I don't care. You beating up on old people. You beating up on kids. You doing weird shit out here. And making sure that jacket public. I don't care. I ain't got no street codes to me, man. I done left that shit in the past, man. I'm adjacent. And when you adjacent, you can move how you need to move in whatever discretion you want to. If I feel like I want to take out your whole family, I have the ability to go do that. And I guarantee I know who to call to make sure that it's okay before I get my ass put out. I know most of the heads of these damn gang members, these gang leaders out here and shit. I know most of these folks. Went to school with them. If I didn't, then I probably rubbed elbows with them at the club when I used to do security. Your ass getting put behind bars on top of bars. You're gonna be eating cornbread every day for at least 5 years. And then when you get out, I'm gonna probably put some more shit on your jacket. I don't care. I don't live by these rules that everybody else live by. I'm petty. We going to the fullest extent. Period.
You don't have to say nothing about Gunna. You could have just kept it the way it was. You don't have to say anything. You ain't have to mention Gunna. You ain't
Scare
have to
'em,
do
yeah.
none of that, bro.
For sure,
All
yeah.
you
They
had
gonna
to
be scared,
do
all right.
was just make your music.
They ain't
dog.
gonna know where the hell that
That's
shit
all
came
you
from
had
when they
to
got
do,
15
dog.
SWAT people
Make
busting down their door, every
music,
single
Jeffrey.
door, all
Some
at one
God
time.
universe shit.
Okay,
That's how I feel.
Right? You
Fuck
got to
that.
decide if the person that you turn your op has a bright future and is going to manifest that better without you. Like, that's some universe shit. I'm not just putting that. He could have put his head down.
I'm putting jackets on
That'll work.
everybody.
I still think that either way, Gunna just maybe the not having the support is basically to the point of
Exactly.
not having somebody to
telling
tell
you.
you to shut the fuck up.
Every
and tell you
time
to
they
shut the
come up
fuck
for parole, I'm
think-
throwing something new
You know,
on their jacket.
it's
I don't
like
care.
the stuff that he's doing
If you
is
fucking with
just
my people
you
like
know,
that,
the obvious strategy with this was to make Gunna look as bad as possible, and this shit just flipped like a motherfucking gymnast, dog. This shit is just completely
gonna have
different,
tattoos on
completely different.
how much
They
stuff I'm
said that,
putting on
and
you.
girls they would have kept getting money
Guarantee
off
that.
Gunna. Yeah, so they flipped the narrative that Atlanta sticks together. Yeah, but all those
I don't
people
care
that
who
stuck
called
to
me
him
or
now,
what.
it's almost like you
Snake,
did it to
spider, I
yourself
don't give a
because
damn.
all these people was behind
all
you.
that.
The ones that was behind you
I'll be all
telling
of it.
themselves, nah, he ratted, this, that. All them people was behind you. But now that this shit comes out, it puts them in a crazy space because now they gotta show you the same energy. Like the same energy they showed Gunna for saying yes, ma'am, they gotta show you the same energy. That's the problem. You can't sit here and act like it's different now. That's why people coming out and saying y'all moving the goalposts. How is it different? If
Shit,
anything,
you not.
it's actually worse. Ty said Thug told his good old brother to take the same deal that the rest of them telling niggas.
I would say it's
I'm
like
talking
having another
about
producer in the room that knows exactly what
you will be
This is
behind
code for you, and
bars
it's
for a
seriously
minimum of 60
hours.
years after I'm done with your ass.
Took.
I guarantee that shit.
That's a fact.
Guarantee
So let's
it.
get to that. Let's talk about that. Let's see. We're gonna go to Yum Stacy's video. Let's talk about this one. So he basically got caught lying because there was audio that leaked with 21 Savage
Basically.
about his brother taking a plea.
He just now getting to the damn thing. And this is actually
Sabra said
that's the part that pisses me off. This is the video I watched yesterday. So he reacting to a video I watched yesterday, and all he did was just straight up just do a whole bunch of these motherfuckers. He just did a bunch of this talking. And now he finally getting to the video with the shit that I just heard yesterday. I'm thinking I'm finna hear something new. So I ain't finna hear nothing new. Nothing new. Man, this fucking man. And now I gotta get ready. Now I gotta go to work. So I gotta leave out on this shitty ass video. For all the fucking marbles, I swear to you. I don't even want to watch the rest of this, man. Fuck this dude, man. This shit out of my goddamn face. I got enough time to watch this one. It's 16 minutes of this weird ass dude here, man. He's a little funny, man. I don't know about him yet.
Salute to the MABW team. I'm back with another video.
Like,
Let's get right into the damn video.
Yes.
Testing.
You good? Name and age.
I'm Brittany J.
Name
I'm
and
29
age.
years old.
Brittany J, 29.
Yes.
How you doing today, Brittany J?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. So what's your relationship status, Brittany J?
Man, he was just sitting there for so long. That's why I be saying he's a little weird, man.
Why,
He was
Brittany
just
J?
What do you mean why? Because that's the plan that God has me on right now. I'm single. Minding my business.
When was your
fuck is
last
that?
relationship?
I'll take old buddy with the shitty quality before I do
A year
that,
and
man.
some
Like,
change.
come on.
Maybe, yeah.
What we
has
doing?
to be.
A year and some change.
Yeah.
And how long was y'all together?
That's what my intro been. My
want
intro the
relationship or
entire time ever
situationship?
since back when I was
I
doing
want
music,
whatever you
man.
got. What you got?
What it do with
I had a
Ziggy2x to play a partner.
situationship,
There you go.
And then
So that
before
you were a bop.
Clean,
I don't
simple,
give a damn. Ain't no such
get to the
thing as a
point.
situation.
You know what the fuck going on. You know who I am. You know what I'm about. I'm your homie.
Hey, if you
I'm a
live in one of
player.
these cities
And
right
I'm
here,
Ziggy.
why don't you own an
What
apartment
it do?
building? Seriously, let me show you a
This
path that could
motherfucker here
absolutely change your life.
Standing
either a
around
relationship or
silent
y'all
and staring
in
into the
it. Ain't no
goddamn camera and shit for
situationship. If
5
you in a
minutes.
situationship, you know exactly what you're getting into. To me, at least. All right. So tired of this situationship shit. You don't know if y'all
Man,
if you
I had
together
to.
with somebody or not. That just means you
I
want to shake out
subscribe
with
to
that
him
person and you're
because
okay
I
with
want to
what
do
they're doing. Ain't
recon
no
for him.
situationship.
Because something about this
But the
dude
bops out there
makes me feel like
it's a situationship.
he ain't living the life that he
You try to
say he
ease it down a
living.
little bit. I don't
You
want to
feel
say I
me?
was a bop, but yeah,
So
a
I
situationship.
like to follow people
Dude
like
wasn't even
this
serious
so I
about
can make sure I weed out
Or
when
that I
they
was
out
in a
here doing
6-year
some
relationship.
weirdo shit. Because he done
Okay,
said
your
some weirdo shit.
situationship was a year ago, a half ago.
Yeah, that's the most recent.
A situationship was he had a girlfriend.
No.
He
How was it?
It was
ex-military
just a
too.
situation. We were locked in real bad, but we
He
were never
ex-military.
official. So that's what makes it a situationship. They don't have it.
No,
Doesn't.
that just means y'all not boyfriend and girlfriend. It ain't a situationship. You was letting him dig you out. You gave up the goods to him. There you have it.
And he
Ain't
be
no
getting angry too
situationship.
for nothing.
That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. Y'all was just okay with messing with each other.
He be getting too angry over
How
nothing.
does that make you look as a woman? The fuck, the guys ain't gonna care.
Another thing that pisses me off a lot, he says woman. Woman. Oh, a situationship? Oh man, look, let me tell you, because I know about those. Those are relationships that are casual, but you do committed relationship things. So instead of me taking you outside and we're going on dates and we're holding hands, you come over and we Netflix and chill and I beat the shit out them guts. And then you say, hey, love you. All right, have a good one. Yeah, baby. We're together in certain situations, but we ain't in no relationship. Exactly. It's like all of the fun stuff that you can do in a situation. Yeah, friends with benefits technically, but you're not friends either, really. You're only friends when you're behind closed doors. Yeah, basically. It's friends with benefits with a twist. Like, you keep this person a secret to everybody. Yeah. You're doing all the relationship stuff behind closed doors. But then when you're out in public, you can address that person like a homie, but not really. Yeah. Basically, like fuck buddies with a dash of relationship in there. So you get the girlfriend experience, but fuck buddies. But then when you're outside, you ain't none of that. It's just it's a me joke. It's an inside joke when we outside. Yeah.
You gonna let them knock you down without no commitment? It's shit.
Yeah.
Guys is like fair game. That's cool. Dudes ain't gonna turn that
It's
down.
it's definitely a weird situation, man. I'm old as fuck too, man. And if I wasn't
Always had to be
in a couple of
like-
Y'all
situationships,
didn't put no titles on it.
then
Y'all just
Yeah, we never put titles on it.
see
But
there
we knew what
you
it
go.
was. But then again, we also knew what it wasn't.
You see how she said? You see how she
So
said?
what broke it up?
There was no title. We knew what it was, and we also knew what it wasn't. There you go.
What broke that situationship up? Y'all try to put a title on it.
We just weren't meant to be. We weren't meant to be.
Yeah.
It happens, and that's okay.
We weren't meant to be, but I was okay with him letting me bust it down.
What I'm looking for, I'm not looking for a thing.
Man, don't tell her because
He will find me.
Okay, we know
He
that.
will find me.
What did you? Okay.
what kind of studio space is this where they got people walking in and out and shit?
Don't do that.
See, we need to know. This is a million channel. We're trying to figure out how can we get
Yeah, man,
you.
don't talk to her too loud about them things falling out. If they fall out, I want to see.
You know what we're saying? We're trying to get the.
I mean, it don't look bad. It looked like a good situation.
I don't know.
She actually.
Personally, let me not say.
Let me see how stupid she sound
very
now.
superficial, but I mean, it is what it is. Height. I'm a height girly. I think I'm 6 foot right now with these. I actually am 6 foot. right now with heels on. So height.
Okay, height at 29. Okay.
And I don't know. You got to know the Lord.
You
Are you
gotta
going to church
know
on
the
Sunday? 'Cause if you're
Lord,
not,
but
that's the
you're a
first thing I say. All the
situationship
single
girl.
guys are talking to me.
Fix that being situationships.
She got on heels, man. She said she's 6 foot with heels
Can't
on.
make this shit up if you
She ain't that tall. She probably 5'9" and got
These
4-inch
just being
heels on or
active
something. Man.
situationships that they tell you about, and then they gonna tell you that you gotta
I
know
really don't even want to hear this nigga voice. I ain't even
when
gonna
they just got
flex.
something going on with a guy that is just knocking them down. But they in church every Sunday, huh?
Right.
Party on Saturday, in church on Sunday type, huh?
What is up,
His
Peloton?
fucking
Welcome to
voice,
this 15-minute introduction.
And he just be
to power
sounding so
zones. Powerlifting training
mad.
is based on zones. The harder you work, the higher that number goes. You're gonna see.
Are you going to church on Sunday?
They going to
Because
church
I'm a
on-
new woman now.
You got to have your height together.
You're a
and
new
I
woman.
disqualified.
So that means she started doing the whole church on Sundays after she got out the situationship. So now she wants everybody that she deals with from here on out to have a relationship with God. That's sad.
At y'all, so I'm out there. And you got to go to the church Sunday.
Exactly. I'll let you know what I add to the list as I continue to meet these guys. But when I do, I'll be like, And I only ask them that because I know they're not going to church on Sunday.
Because you know they're not going to church
I
on
know
Sunday.
they're not going to church on Sunday.
But it ain't none that you wanted to go to church with them on Sunday. You might can turn them to the right.
What is going on? Where are they at?
That is
Where they just got people just walking around in the background and shit. What the fuck they got going on?
So sorry.
I got you.
Yes, girl. Of course. I got you.
You want me? I stop it. You want to go ahead? I can cut it, and you just come.
You got
back.
more questions for me?
Okay.
No.
Back
Don't pull it up. Don't pull it up.
Brittany J part 2 was a little. Stop, but it's all good.
We're back. We're live.
Yeah. So Brittany J, you was talking. We was just I just called a little previous about clip. You saying something about situation. You was in a situationship, but you want a guy that go to the church. Was that situationship going to church with you every
Absolutely
Sunday?
not. Brittany wasn't going to church with Brittany every Sunday. So no. But that's why I say as I move forward and grow.
So now you want some new shit.
Part the years of the 20s.
Okay.
We grow, we move forward.
Brittany, I'm
Progress.
Glad, yes. I'm glad you said that, Brittany, because I got a question.
So in other words, the older you get, the steeper the stakes are for
every
you.
woman have to go to a whole phase before they get married.
No.
Go ahead.
What a hoe phase? Define hoe phase. What is a hoe phase?
Yeah,
when
you
they
faking.
jumping on
Situationships.
Yeah,
That's what I would define it as. If y'all want to call it situationship, I'll define it as a whole phase.
Yeah.
That's
so you switching up your whole scheme. Everything is changing up now because this last dude had you looking stupid. Now all of a sudden you're religious.
And you let another guy
and you can't deal with anybody that's not religious.
Like it just goes. It's a revolving door. That's your whole phase. And then what's their last stop? Everybody.
Exactly.
Spirituality.
Exactly.
God-fearing people.
That's exactly what's going on.
She's 29 right now. About to hit them 30s. It's about that time. About that time to pack it on up. I gotta get serious now with somebody. Tell me I'm lying.
Exactly.
Go ahead. Just
you think I'm finna pay full price for something that somebody just got for free?
Exactly.
No,
fuck out of here.
He'll, just
fuck out of
having
here.
situationships. That's a whole phase. When you want to call it a whole phase, not saying a whole phase situationship, but it's down that road. If you don't, go
I mean, I get what you're saying, and I'm not offended because I'm not a hoe. But I don't like how hoe phase is used like for women. Like guys are hoes all the time. There is no phase 24/7. So what do you mean hoe phase? If a girl is out dating, she's single, she can do what she wants. That doesn't make her a hoe. That just makes her single and
if you're doing hoe shit.
Okay, so gotcha. So if this girl doesn't have a man and she just having a lot of situationships or just side dudes or something, and guys are taking her out to eat, having sex with her, and these multiple guys.
It's the barrier for entry.
No, that's just what she's into, but it's not.
It's the barrier for entry.
Wow.
Like,
so
men literally have to do something to get some pussy. I mean, a lot of times, yeah, I get it for free, but like, I don't have to do too much. But I mean, a lot of times, you got to do something. Exactly. Girl can bang 1,000 dudes a week and not even try. Dudes are lucky to get 2 a week unless you're Brad Pitt. I ain't gonna lie, man. I done had a couple marathon runs, man, where I was like a different chick for a whole damn week straight. Like I was on some crazy shit. Especially when I first got this crib. Oh my God, man. The women I would just pick up just walking around outside and shit. And they would just pull up, you know, hey, it is what it is. But like still, I had to pull up on them in a decent car. They had to like what they saw. They had to come here and like what they saw when they walked in my crib. I had to have the crib. I can go get a chick right now that look just like her, that's probably broke as fuck, homeless, ain't never had nothing in her entire life besides the braids and the glasses she has on, and I would still give her the same dick I gave somebody that got $1 million in the bank.
Multiple guys, letting all those guys knock you down, beat up the bust of yam, even if they just take you out to dinner or somewhere.
Exactly.
That wouldn't be considered
the barrier
a
for
phase.
entry is
It
ridiculously
absolutely wouldn't
high.
be considered that type of phase. What are you? These chicks are losing their rabbit ass minds, man. I want to remind y'all too, these videos that are done, brought to you by this YouTube channel, this is based out of Atlanta. So you know what time it is already.
I can't even refute it.
You know what time it is already.
I want to find out where she at, because if she moving like this, I guarantee I can talk out of that damn religious stance.
So if you get guys,
girls, it doesn't matter what they
that you know in your
just
city
walk up to a random dude and be like, "Hey, come bang my brains out." They're not going to say no.
What are you gonna consider her?
Yeah, no. Especially if she looked like something.
If these women were out here,
if she walked up to me right now, she'd get some dick.
Able to sleep with him.
She'd get some dick. She wouldn't get much more, but she'd get some dick.
Y'all would consider him community D. Guys would consider the chick community P. It's no difference at all.
Yeah,
and you're
I
not
throw some dick at her.
Deal with that person, period. Or commit to them. Let me be clear. You might sleep with them, but you ain't gonna want to commit to them.
But it's not why it's not a whole phase. Men do that their whole
I
lives.
zone him out, man.
So you trying to say a man can be a
women and men are not the same. That's what's wrong with them. They always gotta go ahead and reverse it back to men.
He's too busy trying to figure out how to pander
to
the audience.
I don't know
man,
if y'all know this or not, but y'all got something that stretches out continuously. Y'all lose y'all walls. Men, we don't have walls. Okay? Do y'all understand how y'all
this man
work?
really saying that
and why y'all should just be letting dudes knock y'all walls down continuously? Y'all do know how y'all yam work, right? Respectfully.
This is his argument. This is his argument as to why women don't need to be hoes, is because they got walls. Nah, he's talking about that vaginal elasticity that every woman in the entire world has. Is a muscle that you can actually go work out with what they've been saying for millions of years. Kegels. Any woman can go do some Kegels and tighten that shit right the fuck back up. I don't understand why he's using this as a point of scientific reference. Anybody can go get some go do some Kegels and that shit'll be right back.
Y'all can't just be out here running amok. You can't. Unfortunately, men can do that, but there is.
He would have had a better stance if he just said that, you know, you have a higher chance of getting pregnant because you're just out here fucking around all over the place. That would be more of a point of reference scientifically for me than it would be saying that the bitch ain't got no walls. I mean, who cares? She can go do some Kegels and that shit be right back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's bad that could come with that. A disease, that's for anybody though. But whether you get a disease or not, the thing is,
what the fuck is he talking about?
Spreading. It's getting bust open continuously.
I mean,
and that's why some of y'all ain't got no walls right now. Because they've been knocked down by sledgehammers, regular hammers, everything. Jackhammers.
Jackhammers, regular hammers.
Y'all
really?
walls are crumbling.
I'm trying to say whole phase shouldn't just be geared towards females. So if, I'm trying to say, if you were to ask me that question, I hope you're
Dumb
asking
as
the men
shit.
the same thing.
Dumb as shit.
No.
If they think that they need to go through a whole
Yeah,
phase before they
most
find
dudes
their
ain't
woman.
big enough to even hit the back of the bitch
I
oven,
think
man.
men just, now I wouldn't call it a whole phase. I think you really gotta get the poker
exactly.
find the right.
Once they start to lose the elasticity and they don't have they don't
I feel like
go and try to do anything to regain it.
Depends on the type
It's
of person
literally a
that they are.
muscle.
Like if they feel like they need to do that,
Like they can
need
go
to have
work
fun,
that muscle out,
cool.
and then next thing
If
you
they
know,
feel like
they
they
over
don't need
here
to do that,
squeezing
they
that
need to be
motherfucker
celibate,
like this and shit in there.
cool.
You know what I'm
It's just-
saying?
It depends by person.
Have you never dated a yoga instructor?
So
like, have you
what part
ever
of your time you figure I got to get out this situation shit
Like-
because this ain't what I want anymore? As far as like this ain't me, or did you ever feel that way? Or
Oh, yeah,
did the
yeah, man.
situation of not having a title.
if you ever want to step out on your wife, man, you go get you one of them 40, 50-year-old yoga instructors, and they know how to make that motherfucker do this right here up in there while you in there. Man, please. Put you in a whole different world. You ain't even thinking about that shit. Man, the walls. All that shit is a fucking muscle, man. Like,
Whoo, child.
book you one of them traveling ones. They be on
people don't
Instagram. They not that
No,
expensive. I'm
wait,
telling you,
what was
man.
the root of that question?
The root of the question is
When they can do this
for
right here
you,
with they
what
shit,
changed you from that situationship? What from you thinking you know, go ahead.
milk
I
extractor.
would just say knowing my worth.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna sit
gooey.
here and say, oh, I'm never gonna be in a situationship again, because like who really knows? Like, never say never to anything. But like as far as like the type of
Hell
people that I
yeah.
deal with, like because I know my worth, because I know who I am at my core.
You don't know your worth. That's why you're
because I
going
know
to
I'm
church to
great,
try to figure it
why am I
out
gonna
now.
settle for something?
Come
Like,
on,
I
shorty.
can't be settling. So that's probably the main thing.
They noticed that after their whole phase. I'm gonna say
I ain't gonna lie. Most
notice it
Asian women are.
afterwards. I'm about to be
Period.
30. I'm
Maybe
better
not
than
so much
this.
Chinese
I
though.
should just
They
be letting a
faces
bunch
are a
of
little
different
too
dudes knock
round
me
for
down
me.
just
But
because they treat me
everything
different.
else, man.
Gave me a couple dollars. I'm worth more than that.
Yeah, Koreans
And that's when they want
Koreans are pretty good looking. I ain't gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you.
honey. Too fast, Trevor. Too fast.
I know what I'm doing, Mom.
Koreans can get that work.
Last stop.
Yeah, Koreans can get that work. Thai women, when they're actually women and not lady boys,
don't.
they can get that
Don't plan
work.
on it either.
Oh, you don't want no kids?
I don't. Never say never, because you know.
She 29, don't want no
God bless your
kids.
face,
Okay.
but
Yeah, sure, I heard.
I do.
So you're just gonna continuously be in hoe phases forever.
You got any siblings?
I do.
There's no way
I
that
have
you're not
two
gonna be in a
brothers
hoe
and two
phase for the
sisters.
rest of your life because you don't want kids and
I
you're
do.
29 years old and you don't have any already. You're just gonna be
I know.
fucking for the rest of your life for no reason, and nobody's gonna commit to
crazy.
you.
I never heard that one before.
Nobody's gonna want to commit to a woman for no reason at all. It's like, come on. Yeah, she definitely giving me starfish too. She grew up in a churchy house, but then she just gave all that shit up when she went to go to college. She probably went to go to college right around the corner from me over at Georgia State University. Go Panthers. I love women at Georgia State University. I love them because they're freaks for the most part. I mean, starfish or not, they willing to put out for some food. Real talk. But like,
They say that
if she don't want to have kids, she's 29. She ain't never had none. She ain't never been married. She's never gonna get married because nobody wants to deal with anybody like that without the commitment of kids. Like,
It's a
who wants to
showstopper,
get
I
married
will
and not
say.
have
at
kids?
your height,
That's the whole
and you
purpose.
meet the guy that's the height you want 6. You think he not gonna want no kids?
That's not his
Exactly.
problem. Does he have to carry the baby? Now, if he had to carry the baby,
He has to carry the responsibility
all the kids you want.
of you and the kid.
Cool.
Let that
I
titty
don't think
fall
people
out.
really know like what really happens to your body.
I mean,
No shade to being pregnant. It's
tripping.
fine. It's a beautiful thing.
What really happened to your body? You would never know. You don't want to have.
But here's the real question. Would you be willing to marry if you knew you would never have kids with the person you were marrying? Would you? You would? Hey man, you're a different breed. Cause if I ain't finna have no kids, I ain't getting married at all. I ain't got no reason. There's no reason. The fact that I actually have a decent price for a surrogate mother for a DNA situation where I can go give me a CRISPR test tube baby, I have a decent price for that. That has been turning me off of wanting to even date women at all outside of just having sex, because I can go buy a kid and it'd be mine. You know, I mean, well, I mean, yeah, that's different. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if you didn't have kids and you didn't want kids ever, would you have any reason to get married at all? Yeah, there you go. I mean, I feel that. But most of the folks I know, man, if you ain't having kids, then ain't no point in me even getting married. If I don't have any and you don't have any, and I'm not over here trying to make a happy family, Brady bunch this shit up, there's no reason for me to even get married. There's no reason to even talk about it.
Have a baby, you've never been pregnant, or at least that's what you say you have never been. You probably ran to the clinic. I don't know. Just saying in general, but how would you know?
Yeah, I want to meet.
See, that's the thing.
That is very true. That is very true.
These women want
very
true. They want certain men to be a certain type of
that
way.
is true.
But these are the same women that'll ask or tell a man that, well, I got to be married.
I mean, me personally, I wouldn't have children with anybody that I wasn't going to be in some kind of a long-term situation with, right? In most long-term situations, you would have to have some kind of boundaries or some kind of verbal contractual situation going on. And I just feel like marriage would probably be the best across the board. Court marriage for sure, but tax purposes for sure. But like that would be the best across the board to cover all bases, is just regular old common law court marriage. Now, if I'm not having no kids and we just fucking just to fuck, I'll go get me a damn vasectomy, shoot the club up whenever the hell I feel like it, and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? I'll take you out, I'll make you feel good or whatever, but ain't no point us getting married. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the marriage is like for the benefit of the kids, because it's a lot harder for you to break this shit off because we have kids. Not only that, we have a contractual agreement saying that we're going to take care of these kids. But, you know,
for this time right here, because I'm getting up there in age, they'll force marriage on men. The men will marry.
That's only in certain states.
Men can't even give their wife their own wife.
You can go to Utah and go have as many wives as you want.
I don't want to ruin my body.
Just putting that out there.
So what's the point of the man marrying you? What does he get out of it?
Take that ass up to Utah, baby.
What would a man get out of marrying her? Let's say he didn't have no kids. He had himself together, but he wanted kids. She's like, that's a no-go. What would he get out of her?
Yeah, I got to get out of here in like.
And then she'll be the same type that wouldn't want to date a man with kids.
For sure.
So therefore, she might as well not even invest in. She might as well not even worry about men.
Yeah, landed to free my ass. It's only free if you create your own rules
that for everyone
and make sure.
Pregnant, who wants motherhood, all of that. But no, not my vibe.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And I got a whole bunch of
I thought they was doing it out there in Mormon land.
My younger siblings are my kids. My nephew is my son.
Okay, yeah. Mormon land, they don't give a fuck. They just,
I have friends with kids. They're all my kids. We share them.
I got you right there.
Yeah.
They don't never inspire you to have no kids at all.
Absolutely not. It's the best birth control. It actually heightens my idea of wanting to never be a mom.
I like that. That's dope.
Who are all these random ass people walking around in the background?
Anything you want to say, Brittany J, to us?
Fuck.
Thanks so much for joining me on Ask 100. I'm Brittany J. I'm in Midtown Atlanta, by the way. So, skincare,
I'm gonna find her.
Waxing, facials, brows, lamination.
I'm gonna find her.
At Bare Skin Guard.
I'm gonna find her.
Right there.
I'm gonna find her.
What do you think? In real time.
I'm gonna find her. She out here. She around the corner. Oh yeah. She gonna get got. She gonna get got. She around the corner. Yeah, everybody that was walking around in the background was fat and looking directly in the camera and shit, looking weird as fuck. Like, why are y'all doing this in a damn lobby where people are walking by continuously? Like, what the fuck going on with this shit? Man, look, I'm not gonna send her nowhere until I'm done with her. She gonna come up off of it before I let her loose. While you playing? Shit. I'm talking about I put her ass through the fucking wall. She gonna be up there hanging off this damn grass wall back here. I tell you that damn much. Supposed to share it. Hey, we homies. We friends, man. Hey, compadre, Olive Brothers for life. But hey, dog, I gotta put her through the ringer first. I gotta see if I can get it. I have to get more funding for this Porsche. Okay, that's I have to find more ways to get this funding for the Porsche, man. Okay, because I have it. I just don't want to pay $864 a month for a fucking Porsche right now, and I don't want to trade in my VW. I'm not doing it. So I need to find more funding. And I think I might be able to extract some from her if I give her enough of this willy dilly. She gonna be up that grass wall over here. She gonna be climbing up that motherfucker in the middle of the night. And that's all I need from her. Put her ass through the wall. Man. Oh yeah. We you think I ain't finna take her to Boston? Oh yeah. It's gonna be some sharing going on, man. It's just gonna be after I have my time with her. We're gonna see how good them Kegels work. Oh man. All right, life, man. Appreciate you for coming in here, man. I'm already know I'm about to be late as fuck to work, man. So we're gonna go on and get up out of here, dog. Be safe, be easy, man. I'll see you next time, man. And if you make some money when I'm not around, man, just make sure you bring the receipt so I know you ballin'. Be easy, man. I'll see you next time, dog, man. Peace. That button ain't working, man. What the fuck going on? Hey, we all broke, man. But hey, man, you ain't gotta have a whole lot of money to be a baller, man. That's the main thing. You ain't gotta have a whole lot of money to be a baller. You can be a baller and be broke. I'm a broke baller right now. Hey. I love this new song, man. I ain't gonna flex, man. I love this new song. This shit go hard for me for some reason. Balling is a mind state. It's a mentality. It is not how much money is physically in your pocket. It's how much money you physically have in your mind. How much are you able to spend mentally is what balling is broke down to. Y'all be good, man. Everybody be safe out there, dog.